Well, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the delay, but some people just decided, I'm gonna show up whenever the hell I want and delay this wonderful show. But welcome to the second edition of Unlimited Live. And before we get on with it, look at all this content. Look at it. Look at it.
Content.
Look at it. Look at it. It can all be yours with the pressing of the subscribe button.
And if you want to watch our Pornhub channel,
we do not have one. Ignore Peyton. Also, feel free to go on Facebook, facebook.com/No Limits Unlimited, and like our Facebook page. Go follow us on Twitter at The Unlimited One. And like I said, welcome to Unlimited Live. I am Matt from Unlimited. A little bit different look today as I don't have the camera on. Probably, again, for some of your benefit. But this is our second watch-along video where we'll be going back to the WWE Network and into wrestling history to watch, live react to, and live review an old pay-per-view. Today we'll be reviewing and watching Summerslam 2008, a substantially better show than the first show we watched, which was WCW Super Brawl 2000. Joining me, Walter will be joining later. Joining me, as always, Mr. Brett Litke. Brett, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, I have to say. As you'll notice, Walter's not here right now. It's funny that you mentioned him. Last night, we were reviewing Raw and SmackDown. He disappeared for minutes. And then he came back. I'm not convinced that he wasn't abducted or something strange happened to him. Tonight he's late because he's building a shelf. I simply don't believe it. I'm calling shenanigans. And we're going to get to the bottom of it tonight in this 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's how long the show is. We're going to get to the bottom of why Walter is acting so mysterious. Thank you.
I think that I can actually answer that. I think that there was something wrong in his circuits and his robot overlords are fixing it so he can blend in with the humans. For those of you who are not aware, Walter Main is a robot.
This is a theory we have, yes.
Yes.
And, of course, we have Peyton Peoples. Peyton, how are you doing?
I'm great.
That's good. Great. Awesome. Perfect. Anyway.
So enthusiastic.
He's doing great.
Anyway, if you will be watching with us, go to the WWE Network right now and jump to 1 minute and 37 seconds. I'll give you a couple of seconds, couple of minutes or whatever to catch up with us.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
It's been scientifically proven that it takes exactly 1 minute and 15 seconds to open up the network and put on a show. So we should give them exactly 1 minute, 15 seconds. That's science.
All right.
I think we should give him 2 hours.
And that 1 minute and 15 seconds starts now.
I have a picture of Paul McCartney on my wall, and he's staring directly at me.
SummerSlam 2008. That summer was a very exciting summer for me. I was turning into a man, and I had my first serious girlfriend, and so I associate this pay-per-view with some good times. And I am so excited that we're watching this instead of that god-awful, damn near abortion of a show. What was that one again? WCW. Which one was it again?
Super Brawl 2000.
Super Brawl 2000.
You can use that to describe any WCW 2000 show.
Oh, Tank Abbott. I'm still not over that. My eyes.
In fairness, yes, Super Brawl 2000 was awful, but I don't think anything tops Great American Bash.
Oh, we have to. Oh.
So one day, even though we're gonna wait a while since we just watched it recently, but one day we will be live reacting to Great American Bash 2000.
God, I don't have it in me to rewatch that show.
Well, that's why I said we're gonna wait. We're gonna go a little bit down the road, and we'll come back to it.
We'll do it
we should live watch one of the 6-hour WrestleManias.
Well, that's where I was going to jump to. We got a couple of new Unlimited Lives coming up in the next couple weeks. In a few weeks, I'm not sure the date yet, but we will be rewatching Backlash 2004.
Love that show.
Which I believe Brett Litke attended.
I did. It was in Edmonton, Alberta. It was fantastic. I believe the reason why they actually booked that pay-per-view there was because Chris Benoit, he's from Edmonton. So I believe that's why they figured he was going to win the title.
You know what's weird? At that show, I think that he was announced I've seen
in Atlanta.
Yeah, like they built him from Atlanta for some reason.
They did that. They did that in the 2000s for the Canadian wrestlers. At one point, they used to build Jericho, Christian, Edge at one point. I mean, almost every Canadian wrestler. There was points where they'd build them from the States for whatever reason. They build.
Well, so Benoit actually lived down here.
He did, but he was Canadian. Like, you know, he was Canadian.
Yeah. I mean, he died in Georgia.
You know what was strange about that? Just 2 years prior to that, I think he was involved with something with Steve Austin. It was 2002. And they had a show in Edmonton, and they made it very clear that he was from Edmonton. So then 2 years later, they bill him from – it doesn't make sense. But anyways.
Especially considering he was the world champ. Like, why would you not want the world champ to get the hometown pop?
Well, but we all knew, right? Like Canadian, like especially Edmonton, Calgary, like we're pretty smart fans. So we all knew. I think that's why they did that. It's Chris Benoit. Look, we loved him. Don't love him anymore. Whatever.
Yeah.
At the time, it's not like he was a Hogan. It's not like he was a Shawn Michaels. Like it's not like he was blowing off the roof. So it was smart of them to book it in Edmonton. You know, at least they get the cheer.
All right. Before I get to the next couple of Unlimited Lives, why don't we start the show?
Oh, yeah.
So this way, we're underway. I'm going to count down from 3. You guys ready?
Yeah. And this is at 1:37.
Yep, correct. All righty. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Does anyone know where this was? This one taking place in Los Angeles?
This was.
I think
this was 1 year.
One they did before they went like crazy with the holding it at the same venue for like 5
years. Yeah, this was the year before they went to Los Angeles for the first time. This SummerSlam took place from a phenomenal summer town, because when people think of summer, they think Indianapolis, Indiana.
Absolutely.
What?
This is live at the time Conseco Fieldhouse, home of the Indiana Pacers. Couple of notes about this show. If I remember correctly, I think that there was really only one dud of a match, and that was Triple H versus the Great Khali. But we'll get to that later.
And I've heard like at least you can see the valiant effort was Triple H. Like
I was gonna say, like, even though for all intents and purposes, it was a bad match. It wasn't Khali bad.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that bad. Another thing of note, and I talked about this with Peyton prior to the show, is that neither of the two world title matches, main evented this show.
No.
You had 2 feuds that didn't involve the titles that were much, much bigger than either of the 2 world champions at the time.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing too. But if I remember correctly, yeah, other than that one match, Triple H, Great Khali, this was a really good SummerSlam.
Well, and then they had that weird match with Hardy and Henry for the ECW title that lasted 10 seconds, and then someone got disqualified.
Wow. It's been I have not watched this since it aired live, so this will be a complete reliving. I haven't even watched the main event, so
I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through. I know I've seen the main event matches, like Batista versus Cena and Taker versus Edge. No, but from what I've heard about this show is that it's a very just solid show, you know.
I forgot this was when Jim Ross and Taz were a commentary duo. I still don't know what to make of that.
What was weirder? Was it Michael Cole and Mick Foley that were commentating before that?
Yeah.
So what was weirder, JR and Taz or Michael Cole and Mick Foley?
Michael Cole.
Cole and Foley, because like Taz and Foley were announced, or JR were announced at least.
I liked MVP. I thought he was fucking cool.
I never could get into him. And it's like, it's just because for me, like, he just didn't have that grade of like he had a very, in my opinion, underwhelming finisher. And I saw that the attire looked ridiculous. Like, I just could never get into him.
Okay, I agree with the finisher. The attire, but I thought they could have done more with him.
That's my thing with Shelton Benjamin too. That like, I never like amazing talent. I just thought that he never really had a great finisher. Like the pay dirt looked good sometimes, but other time it looked like shit. Otherwise, he would do like that T-bone suplex, which did not look believable, and then or you would do like that a super kick every now and then, which just looked like your standard super kick.
Solid match to kick off with, though. Jeff Hardy and MVP.
I like how he immediately goes for the boot.
This is when Jeff Hardy was he was running pretty hot here. He was doing well.
Yeah, because
he won the title at the end of the year.
Yeah, this was right around the time where Jeff Hardy.
That's a really good show too. I love Armageddon 2008.
This was around the time where Jeff Hardy was suspended but came back from suspension, and as soon as he came back from suspension, he came back firing on all cylinders.
So I think that he was supposed to win Money in the Bank this year, but he got suspended because I think he was also slated to be in the match too. And I think he was supposed to win it, but he got suspended, so he dropped the Intercontinental Championship to Jericho, and then like took some time off because of suspension. I gotta say, the Hardy Boys still like they've really been able to kind of maintain a look of like usefulness. Especially considering like how heavy into the drugs they were.
Yeah, you're right.
Like Hardy still looks like he's in his 30s or something.
You know, I have to say, we talked about it last night on SmackDown.
Like Matt when he shaved, he got rid of like the kind of dyed hair and shaved and like got like in a little bit better shape. Like he looks really good too.
Mysterio, man.
Oh yeah, Mysterio. Man, how fast he was moving last night on SmackDown was ridiculous.
He's gotten faster since he's gotten older.
He had so like he
lost all that muscle weight.
He's been killing it. Like that. Like I think R-Truth was in the had almost in the electric chair, or whatever. And Mysterio did like a hurricanrana off of like the electric chair. That was awesome.
Oh
that
man,
match was great. I just wish they had gotten like another 5 or 6 minutes. It was so crazy is that 2 of the performers were in their 30 or in their like mid to late 40s, and they all move like 20-year-olds.
R-Truth was I thought that promo that he cut before. I have to say, like, I'm enjoying watching this SmackDown match right now on SummerSlam because I really liked SmackDown at that time, and I really like SmackDown right now. It's got like the same kind of elements where they've got this really strong mid card, and it's just pumping out really good feuds. And man, oh man, Andrade and Mysterio. You can't get better than that right now. That's just fantastic.
So as we're watching this match, I kind of touched base on this a little bit before the show started. WrestleMania week, planning some big things on this channel, including 3 episodes of Unlimited Live, where we will be watching 3 different WrestleManias. And by different, I mean very different. We're going to be watching 1 good, 1 bad, and 1 ugly. The good will be WrestleMania 17.
Okay.
The bad will be WrestleMania 26. And the ugly will be WrestleMania 9.
Oh, I hate WrestleMania 9.
Oh, dude.
That main event makes me so... Oh, we'll get to it.
Like, there are at least a couple of solid matches at Mania 26 and a great, great main event and a really, really good WWE Championship match.
To me, you can skip the first 8 matches. It was all about the last 2.
So I think that Punk versus
No.
fun.
Too short.
It was still fun.
I hated. I hated.
Fuck whoever had the Juggalo sign in this.
I absolutely hated Triple H Sheamus. I despise that match.
For me, it was just like, all right, it was like average.
That's a big major thumb down.
Like
I
that,
despised.
The problem with it was it felt like something you'd see on an episode of Raw or SmackDown.
I despised that Legacy Triple Threat match. I did not like that Money in the Bank match for a multitude of reasons.
It was also really, really close. It was like 10 people.
There were 10 people in it. It was cluttered, and ultimately Jack Swagger won.
Ugh, that was a tough time. You know, I didn't like Legacy too much. Oh man,
it's a pretty good match.
To me, like that Legacy Triple Threat, it completely did the wrong thing. Like it should have been a platform to turn either Cody or Ted babyface.
Here's the problem with,
and instead you turned Orton babyface, and it just didn't freaking work.
But the problem is though, is that like Cody and DiBiase were like always second fill to Evolution, and then like
you mean Legacy
Triple Threat like they're all equal. Because Cody was still really like he was getting, like he wasn't quite great yet. Like he was solid, but he wasn't really good yet. And DiBiase was, he was pretty good, but
pretty good. Maybe a little bit more charisma. Come on now.
What was so funny was
could have had more charisma.
I think Ted DiBiase. I think Ted DiBiase was a solid or could have been a solid babyface.
What was funny is I was reading a review of WrestleMania 26 from like at the time it aired, and it was funny because the guy was like no one cares if you make Cody look like a goofball, but don't screw up Ted DiBiase. And it was so funny because Ted DiBiase like would retire like 3 years later, and Cody Rhodes is like literally one of the biggest things in wrestling now.
Meffy, you were referencing our very busy Mania week.
Yes.
I also have an announcement to make. If during Mania week we get to 100 subscribers, I am going to sell Walter Main to the Vietnamese. I'm telling you right now.
All right, I'm gonna make like 40 different accounts.
If we get to 100 subscribers, I will debate Walter Main about Barry Bonds Hall of Fame status, and I will be extraordinarily cruel to him. I promise that.
Live on Unlimited, the marriage of Brett Litke.
Yeah, I'm gonna get married live on Unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some exciting stuff coming in the next couple of months. That's for sure.
And live, Walter Main's marriage to a cardboard cutout of Alexa Bliss.
Oh my God.
They're only $35 on WWEshop.com, so
I will be right back.
Okay.
My girlfriend needs a candle.
Oh,
your fiance.
My fiance.
Yeah.
The fiance.
Fiance.
This has been a decent match so far.
Yeah, I like some of the counters. And Jeff's like really been selling great.
He has.
Like his selling in this match is awesome.
Speaking of WrestleMania week, there will be a new episode of the Unlimited podcast where we will preview WrestleMania. There might be a separate one where we talk about NXT TakeOver New York. But
one for Fastlane?
Yes, there will be one for Fastlane. Today is Wednesday, so next Wednesday there will be a Fastlane preview and prediction show, and then the Wednesday after we will be doing the Fastlane review. That and a bunch of other cool stuff happening on this channel. Don't forget every Tuesday immediately following SmackDown to tune in to Brett and Walter's Raw SmackDown live recap. Got some other sports stuff coming soon with baseball season getting back underway. There will be another Unlimited podcast at the end of the hockey season where Tyler and Brett will be previewing the Stanley Cup playoffs. All that and more on Unlimited. Also, some Q&A videos are coming too. Yeah, there we go. But in terms of solid opening matches, like we said, this match has been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent match to start off the show.
Yeah, it's just about the type of match you would expect out of these two guys, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And there's Shelton Benjamin.
Taking a bump, doing it for the business.
Shelton Benjamin just...
Shelton Benjamin, just a reminder, he's still signed on their roster.
Oh, what a surprise. Walter Main's still not here.
What a surprise. He's probably,
now he says his computer's acting up. I said you should have thought about that when you decided to make a shelf.
Walter has let us down, but
MVP goes after Hardy. Or goes over, I should say.
I'll give that match 3 stars out of 5. Good, solid opener.
Yeah, it was a good, solid, clean match. 3. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, it's really, it's definitely, not something you're gonna rewatch over and over. Not a classic by any means, but definitely a solid match, a good opener.
Oh, definite good opener for a Summerslam.
Yeah, weird wrestling fans out there, matches, and one of them might have this as their favorite match of all time.
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
So there's a lot of weird wrestling fans out there, and one of them, if you think of all the wrestling fans in America and Canada, at least one of them thinks this is their favorite match of all time.
I mean, to be fair, Cameron thought Melina and Alicia Fox was the best match of all time. So.
Look, do we really take anything Cameron said seriously?
I mean, she got a contract with WWE and we didn't, so I would.
Yeah, but like...
Can you imagine?
She was the first eliminated on Tough Enough, and she got a contract.
Well, you see, because when you're a hot chick, Vince is just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Bruh, oh my God, Walter.
That, Maria Kanellis, or...
Yes, it is.
Huh. I honestly, when she came back, I had no idea she would actually win the company.
I absolutely loved the duo of Santino and Beth Phoenix.
I'm trying to listen to this promo.
I can't remember what I thought of this duo.
Enough about my manscaping.
The stare down has given me an erection.
Yeah, that was a weird stare down.
Why did they not have Beth Phoenix versus Maria Kanellis in a Santino's unibrow on a pole match?
I find it funny that they're teasing the Hell in a Cell match like it's next.
Yeah. Could you fucking imagine?
Oh, Edge Taker, they're the hottest storyline going for the WWE. They're going to be in Hell in a Cell. Let's put them on second.
Look at this, Will Edge and Vicky DeVore.
I thought they did before this. Oh no, they didn't. They went back together.
They were the first wrestling couple to actually get married.
Lily
screen at least. Well, Triple H. Well, no, Triple H and Stephanie weren't a couple. Triple H married her. Yeah. I guess that's a term.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this tag match where both the IC title and the women's title were on the line.
I love Mickey James. She's fantastic.
You know what's funny? Even a decade later, like a lot of people on this show are still like
there.
But it's not the people you would expect, like Edge and Taker and Cena and Batista have been part timers.
But like Mickey James is still going full time.
Yeah, Kofi is.
You know it.
Oh, there he is, the almighty Kofi Kingston.
Sometimes I do miss this theme because I did like it.
Who can forget when Kofi was Jamaican?
I love that segment where like they're all arguing or whatever. It's like a Survivor Series, a bragging rights team.
Yeah. And then Triple H.
Up with Triple H, just like, aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? I really think that Triple H is one of the funniest guys that they've had. Cause like he had like a lot of promos where he was just legitimately fucking funny.
Who are these blondes behind the announcers?
I don't know.
Future WWE employees, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
I'm sure.
Maybe that's Charlotte and Lacey
I don't
Evans.
know. I think that they're doing this thing now where they actually look for like females who are talented. Cause like even like someone like Alexa Bliss who gets shit on by like internet fans or whatever, like is miles better than like half of the female roster.
I gotta say, and I didn't mention this beforehand, but I actually like the setup for this. The stage.
Yeah, that's the best I can
Looks good.
The stage and the graphics, like it really looks like, you know, it's showtime. This is the show, and yeah, really good stuff. I miss when WWE customized stages, but
now they only do it for Mania.
Yeah.
In a sense, it makes Mania feel like extra important.
But yeah, definitely. Like the fact that Mania has not only a custom stage, but it also has pyro. It just makes it, and plus it's in a big stadium. It makes it feel all the more important. But
man, Santino had some terrible tattoos.
I absolutely loved Santino.
I did too, but God, his tattoos are awful. I love how he had the fucking. So he has like a pencil mustache, a fucking like little whatever they call that bullshit under the chin, a unibrow and a fucking mullet. He just wanted everyone to hate
By the way, I'm looking at the card.
He was Italian.
I'm looking at the card for this, and I just noticed that on the pre-show or the dark match, Big Show defeated. Remember Bam Neely?
Yeah.
The guy with Chavo? Yeah, that was the dark match, in case anybody wanted to know.
Remember when WWE did dark matches?
I mean, they still technically do.
They rarely do, like, even after the show, like, the past, like, and I'll see, like, most weeks that, like, there's not even a dark match. Like, I'll read the reports, like, what happened after Raw went off the air.
Yo, they would either do a match or a segment.
Yeah, they normally do a segment now, but well, so it used to be though, like they would do like shit before the pay-per-view. They would do a dark match, or they would do like dark matches before the show. Like now they don't even do that. Like they'll tape main event before the show. But
I think sometimes they would do that for tryouts, but now that they have such a massive developmental like fucking system, they don't really do as many town-to-town tryouts.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Walter Main. His chances of being on this show look very bleak because we're 48 minutes in, and he said that it's not letting him join on his tablet and his computer is being dumb.
Yes, it's a pretty good match so far. Yeah, like Mickey James and like Beth Phoenix were like the two good female wrestlers at this time.
Yeah, they were.
It really may have only been them. Like seriously, Alexa, like as much shit as like someone like Alexa Bliss or something get, or Lacey Evans might get, they're both like 100 times better than at least like 90% of the roster at this point in the division.
It's not even close. Like, not even close. And you watch even earlier than this. I mean, you had some good wrestlers. You had Trish, you had Victoria, not bad. Gail Kim was all right, but man, oh man, when they were trying to make supermodels wrestlers, like, come on. Like Stacy Keibler, come on. Tori Wilson. Terrible.
And it's really a shame because Beth Phoenix, like she was there like 10 years too early. Like if she was in today's division, she would be killing it. She was amazing. She was like the one shining beacon of their fucking division. And as I think I mentioned on a previous show though, the first time, like the longest female match was like 30 minutes before like the Women's Revolution. Before that, the longest female match one-on-one was 13 minutes. And it was on an episode of Main Event
and
between AJ and Natalia.
I totally forgot that this show also has that epic promo segment with Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho.
Yes.
That's like the best feud of 2008, no question.
Oh, easily. You know, it's weird too, is that business-wise, this was not a good year for WWE.
You know, honestly, that might be the best feud of Jericho's career, the one with Shawn Michaels in 08.
Well, I mean, look at their feud in 03 too. I mean, Michaels and Jericho.
Well, and so their feud in 03 was really good, but it was a one-off match, basically.
No, but what I mean is, like, I feel like that's one of those feuds where you don't even have to do much. No, like it just naturally works.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a really good feud, and I liked their Mania match. I didn't love the Mania match as much as some people did. I still really enjoyed it.
Oh, I loved it.
But I preferred their 2008 matches much more. And I preferred the story in 2008 much more. I feel like, you know, I like the story of, like, in 03 of Jericho, like, wanting to be the first Jericho and trying to establish that by beating Michaels. And man, that 2008 feud where it started with, like, Jericho, like, actually calling Michaels out for cheating. And, like, still somehow becoming the bad guy, like, smashing his face with the Jerichotron, hitting his wife, and then, like, the ladder match that ended it all is amazing. Because it was, like, a feud that lasted, like, 7 or 8 months and ended with a world title match. Really, really good long-term booking.
This was also at a part. I don't know if you guys remember this, but like 2007, 2008, when HD TVs really started to become a thing, every friggin' show and company wanted to promote their HD. And I always got a laugh at WWE having that WWE HD logo in the top left corner during this time.
Yeah, right?
Always killed me. Always killed me. Like, we get it. But every company was doing that. It was such a big thing. High definition.
Plot twist, Beth Phoenix has won the IC title and Santino won the women's belt. Again, you know, even though it was short,
Santino's entrance was so good.
Even though it was a short match, it was a solid match. It was a fun match.
Yeah, that's one of those classic WWE matches where it's like, it's not a classic, but it's fun, it's entertaining.
So this show's 2 for 2 so far. And up next, we have the Jericho Michaels segment.
That's next. Oh, man. Sweet.
Like
he's...
It's like he won the world title.
No, Santino is legitimately hilarious. But, man, those are some of the ugliest tattoos I've ever seen on a wrestler.
Look at this crazy bastard.
Like, leg tattoos don't look good on anyone.
Oh, Santino. I think he was from Toronto.
Yeah, he was. He's Canadian. But see, here's what made it really easy to boo. He had a mullet, a shitty pencil mustache, unibrow, and he was Italian. As evidenced by Neffy, all Italians are awful.
I don't know what Walter means by add him manually.
Well, so he's a robot, so you're gonna have to link his cable into your computer.
00110001 11001110 0001.
Brett, how dare you? They're people too.
Hey. Oh, Walter.
Brett just said something very offensive about Indonesians and robot language. I don't think he meant to.
We at Unlimited do not condone the actions of Mr. Brett Litke.
Why they do?
Yeah, no, kid, anything me or Brett do not follow.
Okay, I will not.
That was kind of an awkward transition between Santino and Beth and the commentators.
Yeah. God,
Mike
Lawler just looks like someone's creepy uncle. Like, he looks like that creepy uncle that, like, hits on, like, the niece that just turned 17.
So if I'm reading this correctly, and like I mentioned, 2008 was not a great year business-wise for WWE. Apparently 2,000 seats were given away for free.
Wow.
On this show, because if I'm reading this correctly, it says the event had an attendance of 15,977, of which approximately 13,000 had paid a gate of 500,000.
Well, why would they have this in Indianapolis? Like, have this Summerslam should always be in a hot wrestling market.
I was going to say, like, if you were going to start the trend of LA, should have been here.
Oh, it's hilarious. They grade the blood out in this segment. And I think this was the first time they did that. Because this was the first show they were PG. Were they graying out blood before this?
Yeah, this is about the time because Linda decided to run for Congress and it backfired tremendously.
Because they definitely turned PG on this show.
Well, yeah, because do you remember the story that Edge told about the Hell in a Cell match?
Yeah, where they got told they couldn't do color and that.
No. His original plan was for them to go to the top of the cell and have him take a tombstone on the top of the cell.
Oh, wow.
And Vince gave them we're PG now, we can't do that.
Mm.
So let me get this straight. You can choke slam him through the ring and then have him lit on fire, but you can't go to the top of the cell.
No.
Weird.
Because that doesn't work for me, brother. I like that, like, because one guy had it in the crowd. I like that retro shirt that Cena had where it was, like, the old school, like, 80s arcade wrestling game. What the fuck is Shawn Michaels wearing a fucking shirt with just a bunch of random ass horses on it? I'm making this attire in 2K.
What sucks is that they followed this awesome epic feud with the freaking Michaels JBL feud that was so bad.
That feud was it was just me.
First of all, I want to come out here and thank everybody who has supported us through this difficult time. But let's get right to it.
Little did his wife know she was about to get punched in the face.
I feel like that applies for Deborah too.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Jesus Christ.
Wow. Oh, Walter. Walter has let us down once again. Damn it. I'll have to yell at him next Tuesday.
Oh shit! Ow! I just dropped my knife on my stomach. Ow.
Jesus!
Ow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Peoples has cut himself live on air.
I'm doing color for the ratings. God damn it!
We agreed to have him blade.
Ow. Okay, I'm not. I like how he faked the retirement speech, only to not retire, only to retire like a year and a half later.
Mm.
And of that year and a half, he was out for like 3 or 4 months of it.
I was actually at that show where Tommy Dreamer retired the first time.
Really?
That lasted.
Yeah. Because
And then
that was back
ECW
when they
wrestler
were
actually
they
retired.
were taping ECW and SmackDown on the same night.
Mm.
So ECW went on first, and that was Tommy Dreamer's like retirement match. Even though we all know that's BS. I feel like that guy's going to be wrestling till he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been known for some other things. I'm known as the guy that screwed Bret Hart. I'm also the guy that formed the Generation X. I'm the man that innovated.
What was so good about this was like you look at the reactions in the crowd, and like everyone thought this was real.
Yeah.
Until
Like-
Ric Flair wrestled for TNA.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about TNA on Unlimited.
Yeah, I never watched a whole lot of TNA.
Well,
He did.
now that I have Buckshot's Global Wrestling Network info, maybe we'll do an Unlimited live for a TNA show.
Victory Road 2011.
Victory Road 2009.
Oh man.
Well, that 2011 was the one with Sting and
2011, yeah, 2011 was Sting Hardy. 2009 was Sharmell Jenna Maraska.
That Jenna Maraska,
God, I loved like
the
so
Brian and
Righteous
Vinny
Man
reaction to
Jericho.
that is just brilliant. What were you saying, Peyton?
I love Righteous Man Jericho.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite iterations of Jericho.
Same.
Hair, like
I
this,
don't think
the
that there's a
suit.
wrestler who's been able to reinvent themselves as many times as Jericho.
Yeah, maybe not as many. He's reinvented himself a lot. Although it's not like
Really as successfully as many times as he done.
Not like the variations have been that extreme.
Although I'm not really a fan of like his current New Japan like edgy hot topic Jericho. Like dropping F-bombs and shit. That's just
I feel like he's trying too hard.
Yeah, like the one thing that was always hilarious about him. Oh no.
I'm not going to allow you to go out this way. I'm not going to allow you to take the eye injury that I gave you and mix it in with all the rest of your injuries and go out on your own terms. That's not going to happen. You are walking away from this business because of Chris Jericho, and I want you to admit that to my face right now. If you have even the slightest amount of human decency, you will get out of this ring right now. No. I'm not going anywhere until you admit to the world that the reason why you're walking away isn't because of your doctor's orders or your family's influence. You're walking away because of what Chris Jericho did to you. You shall never forget that I'm the one who damaged your eye beyond repair, and I want to hear you say it. You need to admit that to your wife.
If y'all haven't heard the like Talk is Jericho podcast that they did where they just talked about this feud, listen to it. It's fucking brilliant. It's awesome. They like go just full deep into like all of the and like aspects of the feud, start to finish. It's from like 2015.
You say that I put you out. I want the last moment of your professional career to be you looking at me face to face, eye to eye, and saying that Chris Jericho put you out for good.
Wow, this was so good.
Because it doesn't matter all of your accomplishments and all of your accolades, all the championships you've won, and all the fans you made. Because as of right now, the epitaph for your professional life is going to read Shawn Michaels, the man who was forced to walk away from the wrestling business because of Chris Jericho.
Wow. Oh, no, he didn't.
This was insanity.
I'll go home. I'll sit my wife down. I'll sit my kids down. And I will tell them the reason Daddy can't wrestle anymore is because of the actions of a vile, selfish, worthless human being.
You can tell he wanted to say more,
Mm-hmm.
and he probably remembered, oh, it's PG now.
Sit your wife down, your kids down. Look them in the eye and tell them that Daddy will never, ever be Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I remember one time someone said that Shawn Michaels couldn't cut promos, and that dude can go fuck himself.
I mean, he wasn't the best promo guy, but he could cut good promos.
No, like when he needed to, he could cut him. And like with his comedy stuff, he was absolutely fucking golden on the mic. His DX shit was hilarious.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. By God.
Like, he actually punched her. And he doesn't even break character. Like, he looks like, oh shit. And he's just like, oh well.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, I just did that.
Someone's chanting, is she dead?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like Walter Main will not be joining us due to the fact that he's an awful person.
What a shame, because Walter Main has, as we talked about last week, he has been he's had experience with domestic violence issues.
I was gonna say, like, I find it hilarious that, like, this is when WWE turned PG and you had Linda McMahon running for the Senate, and yet now we have a man punching a woman.
Yeah, but I mean, like, half of their top stars probably beat women.
Wow.
That's
That's a bold statement.
Let's see. I don't know if Hogan ever beat his wife, but I know that was not a happy relationship.
I was gonna say that was probably the least of Hogan's problems.
Like, Brett's been divorced like 4 times. Yeah, Stone Cold is infamous for that. Triple H might be the only, like, Ric Flair was like divorced like 20 different times. Triple H might be the only one with a happy marriage.
To be honest, if Triple H ever did try to divorce Stephanie, I mean,
yeah, but like they do seem like they are still like legitimately like a couple that like love each other and is happy together with a family. Like, it doesn't seem like they're just married for business purposes.
If you guys haven't already, I'm wondering. Never mind. I'm not going to advertise it yet. There might be a special surprise coming for our viewers in the future, but I'm not going to advertise it yet.
The live sacrifice of Matthew Mullins.
Yeah, we're gonna have a one-on-one interview with the great Mullins.
Gonna be Brett and Candace in a live sex celebration.
Look at her lip.
With special guest Matthew Mullins jerking in the corner.
Oh my God, Peyton.
That's not PG.
Peyton, I have an eject button, you know.
You've crossed the line.
I have used it before. There was one podcast where I used it twice.
Yeah, you ejected me because I said I really like the Women's Rumble match because you hate women.
That's not why I ejected you.
I said that the Women's Rumble match was probably in my top 5 favorite personal matches.
That's still not why I ejected you. I ejected
you.
Yes,
it is because immediately after I said that, you ejected me, you piece of...
I ejected you after we were done talking about the show.
No, because that was the Rumble one, because I was only there for like the first hour of it because I went to the gym.
Well, you know what? You suck.
Yeah, I know. But I'm also in great shape.
Yeah, it makes one of us.
No, I think that Brett's in pretty good shape, too. He looks pretty
good. Thank you for rubbing it in. This is why I turned my camera off.
I play hockey, and you gotta be in shape.
I go to the gym and continuously jerk my gherkin.
I don't think we care.
It burns calories.
That's not PG.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was an epic promo segment, and we're about to follow it with an epic match. Matt Hardy versus Mark Henry for
that last literally like 15 seconds.
For the ECW championship.
Conseco Fieldhouse. Do they still have this building?
Yes, it's called the Bankers Life Fieldhouse now.
Yeah, like the Phillips Arena is now known as the State Farm Arena.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Todd Grisham and Matt Stryker announcing ECW. Get out of here.
Because when you think of ECW, you think of Todd Grisham and Matt Stryker.
The two most announcers of all time. They weren't good. They weren't the worst ever. But it's important to know that they weren't good.
Henry was always good at like faking stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to help you up, and then I'm going to hit you with the world's strongest slam.
Henry documentary is really good. The one that they did on the network a couple of weeks ago after Elimination Chamber.
So this is the second straight year, or this is the first of 2 straight years where the ECW title match was a short match. Because the next year it lasted, I think, like 7 seconds.
Yeah, like Christian immediately hit the unprettier and then won.
When they were just showing no respect to ECW.
Well, and so what's crazy was like Christian was the only dude who legitimately treated the belt like it meant something. Although I think that Morrison and Punk had a fun feud for the belt. Like I think that they actually tried to like make it mean something. But other than those three, and I didn't.
Dude, their matches were bad.
Yeah, because like Punk was still.
Even Punk himself said that.
You know how many chances I gave that ECW? Because it would come on at like midnight in Canada, and I would try. It was like midnight on Friday nights. I would try every week.
The first like 6 months or so of it was pretty decent because you had like Orton and Angle like on there and like.
Yeah, but then they got rid of Paul Heyman.
Well, and so like after that, like it just became because like at least they had like a couple of main eventers down there to try and make it seem legitimate, and then like after a year they just were like, all right, this is where the mid carders go.
Please, this is where the undercarders go.
No, because like Henry and Matt Hardy were like mid carders their most of their career. You know, like Henry was like Faith Undertaker at Mania, and Matt Hardy was involved in like a couple of high profile feuds.
Let's not forget that the final ECW champion was Ezekiel Jackson.
And that makes me pissed off because I feel like Christian was the only one who actually did any like justice
Christian
to that
was a long-term champion.
And he was actually entertaining in it. The match
that belt was so ugly. Oh my god!
I think he held the belt for like 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, he had 2 reigns because he lost it to Tommy Dreamer and like maybe the only great like moment of the belt history, like Dreamer winning it. But like the match was like Dreamer and that ladder match with Shelton Benjamin, and like when they actually did face off, the match with Regal, and even like the matches with Jack Swagger were pretty good. He was the only dude who really made that belt like feel like it meant something. And then Ezekiel Jackson won it for no fucking reason because no one gave 2 shits about Ezekiel Jackson. He was just a muscular black guy with a forgettable finisher.
What's weird is going back to the squash match at SummerSlam 2009. It's so weird that show was so good, yet 2 of their world title matches were so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cena versus like Orton one was really like just like
it had 5 different finishes and they all sucked.
I kind of liked how like they kept Orton kept trying to like get himself disqualified so he can
like
leave.
He got himself DQ'd, then he got himself counted out, then like he like someone interfered.
I actually kind of do like that match just because like he kept trying to weasel himself out of it and they kept sending him back down to the ring. Anybody else remember A.W. Washington?
You mean Abraham Washington?
Abraham Washington.
Washington.
Titus O'Neil is unstoppable, like Kobe Bryant in a Colorado hotel room.
This is so random.
This is
like they weren't even teaming at the time.
Yeah, but you know what? They're brothers, so you know what?
I understand that, but
I love you, little buddy. Let's go be BFFs and go. I don't know.
Although this could have actually helped the Matt and Jeff feud a little bit. Like think about it. The most important part of this ECW title match was Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Yeah, like I didn't. Of the ECW champions, Christian was good. Tommy Dreamer winning was a feel good moment. Swagger and Big Show were decent.
All right, we are getting to the final 4 matches on this show. We're gonna.
Bobby Lashley wasn't the worst champ. He had a match against RVD that was pretty good.
The first world title match, or I guess you could say the second.
Yeah, like it or not, this is still a world title.
Is CM Punk versus JBL for the world heavyweight title.
Oh fuck! I haven't been doing the match rating. So the first match 3 stars. This match gets a dud because it was like.
It was 30 seconds and a disqualification.
Yeah, for entertainment, I'll give it 2 stars just for the Hardys.
Are you kidding me?
You know what? Because I love Brotherhood.
This match gets 0 stars. What would you give the?
This match gets 5 stars because I think that Mark Henry has a really nice beard.
What would you give the mixed tag match?
Yeah, probably about 2 3/4.
I'd give it a 2.5.
Yeah, probably 2.5. I don't know. I like Santino. Like I thought it was fun, entertaining.
The promo segment, I give 5 stars.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
the promo segment made my dick a little hard, so that gets 5 stars.
Wow.
I don't think I wanted to know that. I don't think Brett wanted to know that. I don't think the viewers wanted to know that.
And just for that, Peyton, now I'm going to run through my ratings because you need a 10-second timeout.
Yeah, you really do. That's it. Wait. I'm muting Peyton. Go ahead, Brett.
MVP versus Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is a very neat wrestler, and MVP guy, and it was an entertaining match. So that's a 5-bagger. Santino is very funny. Beth is very attractive. Mickey is very athletic, and Kofi is very jump high. 5-bagger. And then Mark Henry, Tony Atlas versus Matt Hardy. I thought that told a good story. And, what will happen next? And I like that Jeff interfered after, so that's a 5-bagger.
Penis. Am I unmuted yet?
Yeah. Mute him. Yeah.
I unmuted him just for him to say penis 100 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I just bro was
Wow.
giving me praise.
Peyton is really
This is what we do on Unlimited, ladies and gentlemen.
he's getting very close to Walter status right now.
He really is.
That's very
I mean, okay, in fairness though, he actually showed up early.
That's true.
I'm
He
a
showed
team
up at
player.
this stream was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. I believe he was on at like 8:40, 8:45.
I was on at like 8:30.
Dedicated.
Yeah, that's dedication right there. Walter Main, I mean, forget it. Might as well work at Home freaking Depot building shelves and whatnot.
Who just decides to build a shelf?
Yeah, like, oh, I have the podcast tonight. I'm going to build a shelf. You know what? I'm going to have Walter Main take over Brett Litke's Home Improvement.
Wow.
And I'm going to have him build a shelf.
I would like to see Walter's shelf. I can't imagine it would be very level, but I would like to see it. Maybe we could do maybe he could do a tour of his home and all the arts and crafts and projects that he builds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unlimited Cribs.
Starring Walter Main.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, there are 2 episodes of Brett Litke's Home Improvement on this channel. One of them lasts like 10 seconds, but it's still amazing and epic. The other one, if you want to learn how to hammer a nail into a wall, please go and find that video. It's epic, amazing awesomeness.
I gotta say, that was a pretty good promo package. That actually got me pretty hyped for this match.
Yeah, I like that too. WWE is always really good at those promo packages.
Yeah, they make any bad feud look like $1 million.
And JBL honestly was really, really good on the mic. Really great as a heel. Just a really, really fun character. Like such a slimy douchebag. You know, like he's a 6.5 foot tall dude who's a total fucking pussy, but then acts like he's a wrestling god and then hits like 4 fucking moves, but acts like he's like the greatest wrestler in the world. I love JBL.
Yeah, I like JBL too.
And Punk is just brilliant. Like Punk is, in my opinion, like Punk is like top 3 mic guys ever.
John Bradshaw Layfield. I love it. It's actually he's a really great character.
Yeah. Well, like he actually has a very, very vast knowledge of the business. Like if you he was on Talk of Jericho once, and like he really knows a lot about the industry.
He's been around, man. That dude's seen a lot. He went through 2 eras. Like
he was in Japan for a number of years.
Look, that dude lived a lot. He's seen the best years of the business. He's seen some of the worst. He was champion for like 9 months. He literally helped pass the torch to arguably the greatest superstar of all time, John Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's seen it all. He did it all.
Is he a bit of a douchebag? Yeah, but I mean, he's still like, I think that he's definitely like a very reputable guy. I think that he had some really, and I think that his strength was, you know, he wasn't going to go in there and have a great match per se, but he could tell a great story. And I think at the end of the day, that will, being able to tell a great story can do more for you than being able to do like 100 different wrestling moves. Because you can do like 40 different variations of a suplex and like 400 different like splashes or hurricanranas. But like if there's no story to it, then you know who really gives a shit.
I was gonna say anyone can do a scoop slam or a suplex, but if it's for nothing, then why bother?
Even
the feud with JBL, the feud with Eddie,
like aura of his, where he's just staring down. He's not looking off. He's not like he's Oh man, he's so dedicated to his character.
It's still so weird seeing Punk with the world title here. It just felt like an unnatural fit for him.
Yeah.
I forgot this was on Raw. Why did I forget that this was on Raw?
Well, this was at the time where they switched the belts for a little bit because this was when the world title was back on Raw.
This was when the Triple H wasn't Triple H on SmackDown during this time.
I believe so.
Yeah, Triple H was the champ on SmackDown.
He was. I still love that line by Heyman. They said to JBL, "You were only like WWE champion for 208 days because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays." Man, we need to watch ECW One Night Stand 2005. That is start to finish an awesome show.
Yeah, that is a really good show.
I liked One Night Stand 06 a little bit better.
I liked 05 better.
This was only 3 years removed from the Summer of Punk, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you watch Daniel Bryan, like, in a dark match at Mania, and it's like, this is 3 months from him, like, leading 70,000 people in yes chant that he beats 3 out of 4 Evolution members in one.
Now that I think about it, Punk was in some big marquee SummerSlam matches.
Yeah, no, like, I saw an article referred to, like, WWE made a few years ago, like calling him Mr. SummerSlam, but pretty much every SummerSlam match he had was a big one.
Like I didn't love all of his matches, but in fairness, like he was in a world title match in 5 different SummerSlams.
Yeah. And even when he became WWE champion after 2011, they weren't afraid to throw him in the main event of a SummerSlam at that time, but
that was a good look at Suicide.
They would shy, but at SummerSlam they didn't care. They gave him.
I think there was the thing with him at WrestleMania. So he became the main eventer like in 2009. Then he kind of like went to the mid card for the Summer of Punk in 2010. But by 2011, when he was a main eventer, so Mania 27 had already passed, and he was in a fairly like Orton was one of their top stars at the time. So facing him at Mania, like that was a pretty good like upper mid card marquee match for him. The next year, like. It was Cena versus Rock, and then the next year was a rematch, and then he left. So I mean, like there was
that was like back when Punk did that podcast with Cabana.
Yeah,
like that was one of the points I disagreed with him on. Like I'm not saying he shouldn't have main evented a WrestleMania. I'm just saying when the hell could he main event WrestleMania?
Because like you could have been like, oh, you could have done Cena versus Punk at Mania, but it was like that's one of the ones where I would argue that was a cool follow slam.
Yeah,
that's one of the things where I would argue that like him winning it at Money in the Bank was bigger than him winning it at Mania would have been because him in Chicago with every person in the building red hot for him.
But I still would have liked to seen one more Cena Punk match. They had a really good rivalry, and they never did they had Money in the Bank. The rest of their matches, really, their standout matches were on Raw. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to see WrestleMania 29. They went back to Rock and Cena, but that year, if they wouldn't have did that, I would have loved to have seen Punk Cena again. I thought that would have been a fine.
Well, apparently, and Punk says this, and apparently, like he wanted them to throw him in the Rock Cena match and make it a triple threat. And
I mean, I would have been fine with, but I mean,
I wouldn't have liked that.
No.
I liked. I actually liked Punk and Rock's matches. I thought that they were. I just think that if that happened, like, sure, it would make him happy, but it would just anger his fans even more.
And it wouldn't, because then Cena was getting that win back over the Rock.
Yeah.
So you gotta throw Punk in there, sure, but that just means. I don't know. I think it totally detracts from the story of Rock Cena, which was a good story.
It also kind of gives Cena someone to pin.
Well,
exactly.
And so
Punk's pretty much there to eat the pinfall.
Punk and Rock, their matches, like they actually mesh together pretty well, personality, character, and rise and like in ring. I thought that they had really good chemistry with each other, like, especially that promo where like. Punk is just like, your arms are too short to box with God. I love that promo.
In fairness, though, like even though they didn't throw Punk in the main event that year, at least they gave him Undertaker.
Yeah, he faced Undertaker, like, and this
Like
was
if you
at a
complain,
time when
complain about that, then you don't deserve your spot.
Especially
No,
considering
hold on, but
Undertaker had just come off that Hell in a Cell match at Mania 28,
if you
which
look
was
at the
one of the
previous
best
like
matches of
5
all time. So
Well, he also came off that huge run of just epic Undertaker matches at Mania.
yeah,
he was arguably Undertaker's last great match.
Like if you think WrestleMania 20, he made that epic comeback as the Dead Man, and then at 21 he faced Orton. You know, maybe the Taker Mark Henry match wasn't that great, but he had a great match with Batista. He had a great match with Edge. He had two outstanding matches with Shawn Michaels, two outstanding matches with Triple H. And then you follow that up with Punk.
Well, so here's the thing, though. Look at those guys: Batista, Edge. Could you skip Edge? Batista, Edge, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Those are like 4 of the biggest names the industry has ever seen. So like they're saying like, all right, you're good enough to face him next.
Yeah,
And,
like you
he
follow
was,
up.
honestly, he was Undertaker's last truly great match.
And even though like they built the Mania 28 match as being the end of an era, the streak was still on the line. So you were important enough to get a streak match against The Undertaker.
Yeah, it wasn't like the Bray Wyatt BS.
Yeah, like
it was a legit match.
The Bray Wyatt was just like, oh shit, we need someone to like make Undertaker look credible again. Okay.
And to be honest, I thought the Punk Taker feud was pretty good. I thought
it was epic.
I thought it was crazy.
Amazing.
But, like I don't know, I had no issue with it, so I don't know why.
I know a lot of people didn't like that. Like they threw the Paul Bearer stuff in, but
I loved it.
I like it.
Honestly though, like you can have a generic feud between them, and people would probably still like it because CM Punk's in it.
Dude, Punk like spreading like Paul Bear's ashes over his head.
I thought that added another good element.
And you know Paul would have been cool with that.
But here's the thing though. What I really love about that match was Punk like basically he was hyping up the whole match. He was like, I can also win by disqualification or count out, because like that's what he was trying to do. Like he was trying to get Undertaker so pissed off by like insulting Paul Bearer that like Undertaker would cost himself the match. And Punk
was that technically a clothesline from hell?
I guess not.
No.
Like I love that 9 count, because Punk did that elbow drop onto the table, and like Undertaker like they count to 9 and then he just sprints back into the ring. Like I
unfortunately that elbow drop also injured Punk more.
I saw that might have actually been the end of the fucking streak.
Could you imagine the streak ended on a count out?
Well,
I would have preferred that over
9. That was kind of a.
I mean,
didn't end. He didn't lose, but that's still one of those. I don't love. That's like the one blemish. Giant Gonzalez of all people. Oh,
there were a couple of real stinkers for Mania.
More than a couple.
The first 10 or so matches of the streak were pretty dog shit.
Undertaker trying to learn, and
I wouldn't go that far, Peyton.
Okay, so like the Snuka and Robert, like Snuka match was okay. The Roberts.
Okay, but in fairness though, the Snuka match was for them to establish Taker as being dominant,
and that's why I said it was okay. And Snuka did that springboard. So let's see. So then the Roberts match was Robert wanting to just leave, so like they had Undertaker kick out of like 2 DDTs and just beat the shit out of Roberts. Then like he faced King Kong Bundy, which was awful. Giant Gonzalez, which was awful. Diesel, which was good.
I liked the Diesel match. Yeah. I thought that the Sid match was okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad.
The Sid match was hard because it had to follow Bret Austin, and you're not following it.
And the Kane match was really good.
I loved that Kane match. That was epic.
I don't think I've ever actually seen it, but I've heard for like reviews for the show that I've seen, it usually gets about 3.5 to 4 stars.
So let's see. His first 10 Mania matches.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up the streak.
Kane was really good.
I gotta say,
I thought
really actually
Diesel.
liking this
I
match.
thought Diesel was good. I thought that Snuka was good because it established Taker as being dominant. I thought that the Sid match was a little bit underrated.
All right, hold on. All right, so I'm reading through them right now.
And then his next match, the 9th match, I think, was him and Triple H at 17, and that match was good.
Okay, well, so like
And even and then the 10th match was at 18 against Flair, and that match was good.
Okay, so I overestimated the first 10 because like I forgot that he also missed like 2 WrestleManias.
Punk bleeding.
His hand's bleeding.
Oh, looks like his head was for a sec.
I'm actually really digging this match. Oh yeah, the back of his head's like.
Oh Jesus!
All right,
the back of his head is bleeding.
Snuka, this was basically a squash, but it was okay. It was pretty solid, and I like the counter from like, because like Snuka did the springboard crossbody, which he countered into the tombstone, which I liked. So just Jake Roberts match, the Giant Gonzalez match, one of the worst matches ever.
Oh, that's where he got busted.
King Kong Bundy was pretty awful.
JBL's head caught him when they were both going down.
Diesel was pretty good. Sid was all right.
Kane was amazing.
I haven't actually seen that match, but I've heard like
people
say that it's from like an in-ring standpoint, it wasn't great. But I've heard that
15. Oh my God, that Hell in a Cell match was so bad.
Yeah,
terrible.
15 garbage.
And it ended with Big Boss Man getting.
You know what? I really actually enjoyed that match. I thought it was pretty damn good. I'm gonna go 3.5 on that.
I'll go.
I really liked it.
Yeah, that was a 5-bagger for me.
I'll go 2 3/4.
I give it a 3.5 at least. Like that just.
Okay, I'll give it a 3.
You know, I like him just like showing off like the blood on his hand,
which I think is hilarious because isn't this when they banned blood?
Yeah, but so that was.
I wonder if he got like reamed backstage for that.
But like, and I like the how he goes for the clothesline, but Punk just like turns it into the GTS. The suicide dive was really cool, really good looking. I like that. Oh.
Yeah, right there. Oh my God.
You know what, it did feel like a world title match. You know, not like a big main event level world title match, but like solid enough. And you know what? You got two matches on the show that were big enough to where like this didn't need to be like a massive match. Yeah, 3.5 for me.
I give it a 3.
5-bagger.
Let's see. Okay, so then going off. So we left off at the Triple H one at 17, which was really good. My least favorite of the Triple H match, but still a good match.
My least, yeah, I'd probably say that too. I mean, it's my least favorite only because I don't really remember it that much.
Yeah, like the most memorable moment was like the referee taking like a bump that lasted like 8 minutes, and like they were like on a platform thing, and Undertaker's chokeslammed him off. Good God, there are some massive nipples.
Oh man.
Oh goody, the Great Khali. Could you imagine he accidentally punches Ranjit in the face? It would have instantly made this show awesome for me.
I actually like Triple H's 2008 reign. I think that this might have been his longest reign with the belt.
Triple H?
With the WWE Championship. Yeah.
Yeah. It always felt weird that he had that belt. I wish when Triple H was champion here, they would have switched the design. I honestly think, as silly as that sounds, that would have helped.
So he held it from April to December?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do like how Triple H because the one thing I will say is that at least they did make like Great Khali feel like a threat to like the wrestlers.
Well, he was a big mother.
Yeah, like he was legitimately massive. Like he did at least look like a guy who was like destructive.
He just couldn't move. And like if he would have just been a little bit more mobile, I think he would have been a bit more believable. Like even Andre was a massive mother, but he could wrestle way better than Great Khali. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Like Andre could have a great match, fantastic match.
Yeah.
Great Khali was not capable of doing that. Absolutely not.
As ridiculous as that move looks, if you just like take your hand and like squeeze them against the side of your head, it hurts like hell.
I was gonna say, like, that finisher, everyone knocks it, but if you actually did that, like, your head will hurt.
So it's like that. It's like the Shane McMahon punches, to where like it looks like shit, but it actually hurts like hell.
Those Shane McMahon punches are so bad.
But anyway,
he freaking looks like a 9-year-old.
Now move back to the Taker matches. WrestleMania 19 and the handicap match that was supposed to be a tag match.
Can we not talk about that?
Because Nathan Jones sucked so much they had to take him out of the match.
Oh man.
I don't think it was as bad as like the first.
I was gonna say, for all the great matches you had with Taker at Mania, there were some real stinkers.
That's the story of his whole career. For every like Taker versus Michael or Taker versus Austin, there were like 10 Taker versus Heidenreich or Taker versus like
Taker versus Heidenreich.
It was because they did that because they had to feed him guys. Because if they fed them just the other guys, it's like they're gonna kill their own guys because they're gonna keep losing and losing. And they had to do it carefully, right? Like
I remember when Jeff Hardy beat Taker.
Yeah.
Did he beat Taker?
Well, in 2002, he faced him in the ladder match and he lost.
Yeah, no. So
that match was really underrated.
No, that's a really good match.
But then they faced off on a SmackDown this year. This was actually later in 2008. And I think it was like an Extreme Rules match. And Hardy actually went over.
Mm-hmm.
See, I noticed, though, that Taker never really, like, established anyone off the top of my head. Like, he definitely, like, helped solidify guys who were already established. Like
If I remember correctly, was Khali in the world title match the year after, or the year before at SummerSlam?
No, I don't think so.
2007, he might have been. Would that have been against Cena?
No, I think that was against
Batista.
I was going to say, I think that's against Batista.
Mm.
So
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Back-to-back world title matches at SummerSlam for the Great Khali.
Taker established quite a few guys. Mankind, Mick Foley, Taker completely made him through. I'm not even talking about 98. I'm talking about 96.
No, yeah, you're right about Foley.
Taker, I think guys like Edge and I think guys like Randy Orton.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay, wait. I'll disagree with Edge because I think that he got himself over.
No, I'm not saying that he made him. I'm saying that
Randy Orton, though, he freaking saved his career.
But here's the thing about Randy Orton, though, is that he had to but the guy that he did put over, it's funny because the guy that he put over clean as a whistle, like Khali and Kozlov did nothing. But the guys that he put over Orton or Edge or Batista, there was normally some shenanigans involved.
I think that's just booking, right? Booking is
he almost never lost cleanly.
But yeah, going back to Randy Orton, after 2004, Randy Orton needed something.
To be fair, Undertaker almost never lost cleanly prior to 2006. After that, Undertaker would take losses. Like, he would take losses.
But like most of them would be kind of like screwy, like especially when he was facing heels. Like I remember he lost to Batista cleanly.
Well, of course, it's Batista.
He lost cleanly in the chamber match against Triple H. He lost cleanly to Codlock, but that went nowhere. Same story with Great Khali.
So we've gone through some pretty solid matches on this show, and the best is still yet to come. After this, we have Cena, Batista, and then Edge Taker inside Hell in a Cell.
How long is this Triple H match?
I think it's like 9 minutes.
Yeah, so it's not.
Yeah, 9 minutes, 18 seconds.
That's about all you could give.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you're expecting anything more out of the Great Khali, I don't think I've seen a Great Khali match go longer than 10 minutes.
I'd hope not.
Unless, I think, like, the Punjabi prison match was the one.
And, like, that's
terrible. Like, that was truly, 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 truly terrible.
And one of them, he wasn't even fucking involved in.
I was going to, yeah, it was supposed to be Taker versus Khali, and it turned into Taker versus Big Show for whatever reason.
I would like to see, like...
Oh, we're exactly halfway through the pay-per-view.
I kind of want to see, like, Brock Lesnar F5 Khali, though. Just because, like, he's so big.
I'm going to open up my window 1 sec. Because it's getting warm in here, even though it's cold outside.
Well, so you know what's funny? Wait, so did you say that we're halfway through the show?
Yeah, it was like a minute 20 or an hour 20.
What's funny that this is only a 9-minute match, and there are only 2 matches after this.
This is WWE sometimes structures their show like this, where it's like doom, 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 and then boom, boom. Like, but this Edge Taker match between the video promo, the entrances, the aftermath. I mean, it's a long, long segment.
No, I remember because I remember the first time I watched it, it was like on YouTube. They didn't include like the entrance and the promo package because you know how they would used to do like the free matches or whatever, just randomly posted. And
guys, I'll be right back.
I like how like Triple H trying to like the head jerk to sell it. But yeah, it was around like 35, 40 minutes. I like how he just hit him with like the finisher, doesn't even bother to fucking pin him. Yeah, Batista faced Khali at SummerSlam for the world title at SummerSlam 2007. Huh. That's kind of weird. Edge at SummerSlam 2007, neither Edge or Taker was on the show. Well, I guess since Messi has permanently left the channel forever, I'm the new owner of Unlimited. I would like to announce that Unlimited will be going live 24/7. We are starting the Unlimited Network for $9.99 a month. Hours and hours of content. So look out for that.
Oh look, Walterman's still not here.
Yeah, I think that's really on us for expecting Walter to,
I'm gonna watch the rest of this match without commentary. My headphones are annoying the piss out of me. There's times where I'm like, oh, I don't want to swear, but then I realize that Peyton has talked about jerking his yerkin on stage, so I might as well say piss.
I remember there was one. I think there was like the Rumble prediction where I tried not to swear. I think I made like one kind of crude joke, because like someone said something about like James like Ellsworth as the woman, and I was like, the man who likes to send like dick pics to underage womans.
Wow,
like that. That was like the darkest I got.
Oh man.
Braun Strowman versus a Great Khali.
Sorry about that. I am back.
Well, hi, Meffy.
I heard you're starting the Unlimited Network.
Yes, $9.99 a month. There will be a show where Walter Main cooks, but it's just microwavable pasta, like mac and cheese, like the little cups that you put water in and stir.
Oh, so basically what Mullins cooks every day.
Chef Mullins showing you how to microwave
Chef Boyar Mullins.
Fun fact. You can actually bake microwavable dinner, you fox.
Jesus.
Can I please have permission to host a show called The Man Behind Matthew Mullins? Can I please
Yes.
have permission?
I'm producer on it.
Look at Great Khali doing a white drop.
You know what I have to say? At this time, when WWE was doing these giant matches against Great Khali and Umaga, it always felt like they would do these 9-minute matches, 10-minute matches where the giant, he totally dominates for 7-8 minutes, and then it's that last 2-minute comeback, right? Super Cena, Triple H did this. This was dumb. They didn't do this with Andre the Giant. They would have competitive matches where Hogan, like even Hogan Andre, it's not like he'd get beat the whole match. There would be key moments of offense, and I thought they did that less here, and it would make these matches less effective.
And so that was kind of the formula for most Cena matches at this time. Like SummerSlam 2007, like Orton just beat the piss out of him for like 15 minutes, and then like he hits the AA.
They even did that into 2010 and 2011.
Yeah, like Cena really, like Cena, like from 2012 or like around 2011-ish to like late 2011, around the time of the Punk match, to like 2015 was when like Cena
Wait. Are you guys in the chat right now?
No.
Cowbell apparently added Mullins' mom to Gary.
Yeah, this was my special announcement.
Breaking news.
Gary, for those who don't know, for the fans.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, if all of you are on, all of you should be on Facebook. Go search the group Grappling
Association Ring Yancey. That is operated by a man named Dylan Messerschmidt, and I assist him in these.
You know what? After this show is over, I'm going to throw a link in the description box down below.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of anger in the chat right now.
Looks like so Matthew Mullins, the man behind Matthew Mullins, is furious at his decision that, we had to make in Gary. We had no other choice. We had to make mom, Tina.
Did you hear Peyton laughing right now?
We needed Mullins and Tina, his mom, to team up and work our for a couple years. It's going to main event our first show, and I'm excited to see what Tina has in store. And if you go to Grappling Association Ring Yancey and you request to be added, we'll add you. You can look up the match. Not only will you get to see what Matthew Mullins looks like, you're going to get a chance to see what Matthew Mullins' mom looks like. And this is what is going to drive you to subscribe to the Gary Network, which is, of course, a part of the Unlimited family.
We at Unlimited are officially launching the Gary Network for only 5 bags a month.
Oh.
And join me on Unlimited as I start a new series where I review wrestlers who have been in porn. We're kicking off with a classic, One Night in China.
I was gonna say you're gonna review China.
And Paige. And Sunny.
And I was going to say, and Sunny.
I'm even going to watch the Sunny tape. I've already watched the Sunny tape.
Matthew Mullins has left the group.
You've watched...
Oh, you sorry, Poss. What's a Poss?
You've actually watched that, Peyton?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And not unironically.
We at Unlimited do not condone the actions of Mr. Peyton Peoples.
I have an idea.
What?
Why don't we have, not me, I don't want to be anywhere near it, but why don't we have Walter and Peyton do a live watch-along of the Sunny sex tapes?
I'm not going to masturbate with Walter.
Okay, first of all, no.
Damn it. Come on now.
I draw the line, Brett.
Fine. We'll live watch along to the China sex tapes. That's only fair.
Hold on. I just
Wait,
wanna say,
Peyton, Peyton, you have a YouTube channel, you know.
yeah, but like I have like 2 subscribers and I don't feel like building it up.
I have 62.
So like everyone was like, make your own Ethan. I was like, no, I just want to leech off something that's already kind of established. I don't want to build something up myself.
Oh my.
Monster.
You know what? I'll give that a 2.5 bagger.
Honestly,
And the crowd
match was.
into it.
I was gonna say the match wasn't that bad.
And the crowd seemed really into it. There were a couple of
The crowd was into
I
it.
like him.
I'll
like,
give it-
powering out.
I'll give it a 2, but that was more than I was expecting to give it.
Yeah, like it was. I like that. Like I like how like Triple H was on the apron and Collie just chopped him down.
Brett, are you still giving this 5 bags or?
Yeah, this is a 5-bagger, but I mean it's only because the fans loved it so much.
Look,
Wow.
You're
Wow,
really
way to take the cop-out answer.
You're really in your Meltzer mode, just giving everything 5 bags.
This is just a 5-bagger. I mean, you see the reaction that the crowd had. I mean,
Now,
he is a scary man, and you know what? I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna see how much it costs to bring in the Great Galley into Gary to face Mullen's mom, Tina.
Right.
So, if you are a part of Gary, this is what you're gonna watch, and that'll be a 5-bagger too.
All right, so I have a question. With the Cody Rhodes matches from like late 2011, where like he's putting paper bags over people's faces, how many bags would that get? Because there were very many bags involved.
Well, the segment would still get 5 bags, but I'm going to throw in a couple extra bags that don't factor into the rating so that I can accommodate for all the bags.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, it's just, you're just dealing with it. You're just rolling with the punches.
Well, like I said, we've seen some solid stuff on this show, but now this show is about to get really good. John Cena versus Batista is probably one of my favorite matches.
I like that that little peck little thing where he made his titties bounce. That was neat.
Even though it doesn't even come close to their 2010 stuff, especially their promos. This was a prime example of a really big time SummerSlam match.
The first time ever. Were you Cena guys or were you Batista guys?
I didn't get into wrestling until 2011, so I was a Cena guy. By that time, Batista had already left. And you know what's funny? So the gap between Batista's first departure and comeback was actually shorter than the gap between his second departure and comeback. His first departure lasted about 3 years. He came back in 2014, and he didn't come back for like another almost 5 years.
I was a John Cena guy all the way.
I was not. I liked him, then I thought he got overbearing. Liked him again, got overbearing again.
So like, and what's crazy about Cena is that like from 2013 or like I said like mid 2011 to like 2013 he started getting a lot better, and then, like by the time that Cena Bryan match came to like late 2015 or not late 2015 but to 2016 and early 2017 he was having like the best matches of his career. Like the match was Punk and Bryan and Rollins and Styles.
I like how they used to do the draft format.
Yeah.
I like that they won the tag belts. I'm just a really big fan of when like two baby faces like get teamed together and win the tag titles.
Yeah, even Cena Michaels had the tag belts before their
And
Mania match.
I actually like that. Like I was talking like I love Team Hell No.
It was just so odd. Like Michaels was still coming out in his DX stuff.
Like I just like when they kind of put two single stars together in Rome. Like I liked Batista and Cena. I like Batista and Ray winning it. Edge and Ray. Even like McIntyre and Ziggler holding it for a short time.
It's crazy to think that these two went on to have like extreme Hollywood success.
Yeah.
Well, so Cena, I'm not surprised by. Batista's a little bit. Well,
Yeah. I always thought if either of them would branch out to Hollywood, it'd be Cena. But Batista, he's getting the huge roles in Marvel movies.
Yeah, and like he stated though that he's more interested in like doing like you won't see Cena doing like a small dramatic movie. I don't think you'll see Batista doing something that gets like released on demand because I don't think, and he said in an interview like he doesn't want to do a movie that's going to offer him like $20 million. Like he'll accept a smaller movie because he wants to be a serious actor.
Weird, and like the camera angle that I'm sorry to cut you off, but the camera angle that they just used made the arena look so small.
But going back to Batista, Rock, and Cena, in terms of acting ability, Batista is hand down the best of them. Because, like, Rock feels basically the same in every movie he's in. And, like, Cena, like, you're looking at it's John Cena. But, like, Batista will, like, kind of add or lose a little bit of weight when needed. Like, you'll, like, see and know that's Batista. But, like, it doesn't feel like Batista. Like, he gets enveloped into the character. And his roles, like, he feels much different in Blade Runner than he does in Guardians of the Galaxy, and much different than that than he feels in Spectre. Like John Cena and Rock kind of feel the same in every movie they're in, and that's not a shot. I love The Rock in movies, and I love Cena in movies. Have y'all seen Blockers?
Oh, it's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite.
It is so funny. It was like my favorite comedy last year. Like it had me fucking dying.
Didn't watch it. I probably will at some point.
It's really, really fucking funny. Yeah, pretty heartwarming too.
They keep showing those three women behind the announce table.
Cena would have a three-way with them after the show ended.
He's having a three-way with three women?
Yes.
That's kind of not how it works, Peyton.
Well, so, little known fact, John Cena can possess other people's bodies for a short period of time. So that's how it happened. He possesses one of the girl's bodies, so it's still a three-way.
Imagine if there would have been like a Batista-John Cena rivalry, like in real life, like Triple H or Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Like, imagine if there would have been like that fierce of competitors, and there was a screw job, and Batista.
All right, guys. I'm sorry to cut you off, but pause it right now.
Oh, fuck you!
Damn it! I got it paused at 1:38. Now our viewers are gonna have to pause. Can you imagine this?
All five.
I'm at 1:38.
All five of our viewers. God damn it!
We have to pause because somewhere in Illinois, a man named Walter Main finally got his stuff to work.
Oh, wonderful! Right for the two good matches.
Of course. He gets to skip all of the filler, and we watch this stuff so you don't have to. That just shows you how... That just shows you how big of a clown Walter Main is.
So,
I
rewatched this match.
I'm gonna scream and yell at him.
I rewatched this match a couple of months ago, so I already remember it. I remember liking it, but not really loving this match.
We still have an hour to go, and it's already 11.
I'm gonna go ahead and pre-give my rating. I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars.
I'm giving this a 4.5.
I'm giving it a 3.5 just because I really like their Mania match. So
actually, all right. I think I overrated it a little bit. I'm gonna give it a 4.
And that's respectable. It's a good match. And I might change it after rewatching, but for right now, it's standing at 3.5.
I'm not gonna give my rating away yet. I want to see how this match.
Gee, I wonder how many bags it's gonna get. Could it possibly be 5?
I'm
Brett.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, Brett, ever the tooth, aren't you?
We'll see what I give it. I mean, it could get anywhere from 1 to 5 bags. Occasionally, matches get 0. We'll see.
All right, Walter says his stuff works, and we're still waiting.
I'm telling you, our viewers are going to say, "Wow, this Walter guy,
This guy is
the guy."
this guy is so not loyal to this channel.
He goes to dog shelters and kicks puppies. He's just an awful person.
You loyal viewers of Unlimited, all 62 of you.
All 7 of you. Oh, what the fuck? My dog just shit on my bed.
this episode of Unlimited Live. This episode of Unlimited Live is brought to you by Peyton's dog. Peyton, we don't want to see it.
No! Oh, Peyton, mute him and block him.
I can't shut his camera off because he's using his damn phone.
Oh, mute. Damn you. Damn you, damn you. Punish you.
Jake just messaged me saying, "Great, now I have to listen to Walter's voice. I'd rather choke on nails."
It's hard not to disagree with that. How do I unmute? Oh, there we go.
Dude, I hate Peyton for using a phone because I couldn't shut his camera off.
Listen to this laugh. He's evil.
Why did my dog shit in my
You sound
bed?
like a child when
You
you
fucking bitch. Don't
Walter.
Walter is honestly setting himself up for the most angry, screaming match.
Don't look at me like that. Yeah, you look ashamed. You should be. You just shit in my bed.
Guys. When Walter joins, don't talk to him.
What?
I'll be right back. I gotta get this dog shit up.
I said when Walter joins, don't talk to him.
What do you think you're doing? You fucking
Just ignore him.
shit in my bed and get on my pillow.
Peyton's getting muted.
Like,
Walter is like the biggest troll. Walter's the biggest troll on Unlimited.
what?
And I always thought it'd be you, but it's him.
What an extreme contrast between the greatness that was the man Walter Payton and the evil that is Walter and Peyton.
I like what you did there.
Keep in mind, at 11 p.m. on the dot, it's just started working. At 11:06 p.m., Chrome is acting slow.
Can we just start it again and Walter can just join in?
Fine. All right. Well,
Peyton's are gonna go crazy.
Peyton's not here, but whatever. 3,
Well,
3, 2, 1, go.
There we go.
All right.
Peyton would have had to clean his.
While Batista is still making his entrance, a quick reminder that if you like this video, leave a like. If you don't, leave a dislike. If you don't like Walter, good, neither do we. If you like this channel enough that you want others to know about us, then share these videos. And if you like this channel enough where you want more content, then subscribe, and you will get the best damn content on the internet.
Pornhub?
Don't forget to follow all of us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are in the description box below. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group.
Don't follow me on Twitter.
That stuff.
Send your best pumpkin pie recipes to Walter. You tweet those at him. He likes that.
Yes.
That is his kink. So get on that. I think it's Walter Main 1989. I think.
It's Waltman at Waltman1989 on Twitter.
At the Waltman. He's here. He's here.
He's who?
He's here, Maggle.
That's gotta be Walter.
That's gotta be Walter. Now, can we hear him?
I mean, say something, you piece of shit.
I'll take that as a no.
Walter, if you can hear us, we'll pause for you.
Yeah, 1, 3, 2, 1, pause.
Batista looked
I'm
really weird.
I'm
here
at
without-
139.39.
Okay, everyone. 139.39. And while Peyton and Walter Peyton literally gets
look.
his shit together,
I
and
already
Will
looked it
Walter
up.
gets his shit together.
Okay. Are you guys paused?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're at
You
139.39.
fucking piece of shit.
All right. Let me just let mine play for a little bit. I
My
am
dog
sorry.
literally-
Walter, I
my
received
dog-
an email during the show today. It happened about 25 minutes ago. And this email
My
was
dog
very
literally.
hateful. And it was because you didn't show up to this show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This email said it's gonna. I don't know. They're
All
gonna,
right. I am at 139.39.
Thank
All
the
right, ladies
Let's
and gentlemen, let's continue. 3, 2,
And
1.
wait, and you're on
Oh.
Batista Cena, right?
Yes.
Okay. 3.
3, 2, 1, go.
Walter,
Meffy
my
being
dog
a-
just took a crap
Meffy
on
being
my
a ghost
bed.
right now
Still the biggest
because he's not
piece of
showing himself.
Well, my Xbox decided to act up, so I improvised, and I'm watching it on my laptop. So just to improve the quality, I decided to shut my video off, so it didn't look awkward.
And just so everyone knows, this podcast today is brought to you by the limited edition Mike's Hard Pineapple Mandarin Lemonade.
Pineapple Mandarin?
Yes,
What in the world?
it's freaking delicious.
Okay, how about some normal drinks? I'll turn my camera on for this one. This podcast is brought to you by Snapple.
It's brought
And a
the
dog.
podcast.
Peyton, get your creepy dog off the screen.
Also, unmute yourself because we can't hear you.
That
Also,
dog-
stop showing the show because then we'll get a copyright strike.
Oh, it was in like 240p. That they won't even know what the hell it was.
Yeah, they'll be like, what is this?
All right, Davey.
We can't punish.
So,
No.
all right. So, who would have guessed 11 years later that Batista would have performed assault on a 70-year-old man?
I would have believed it now.
Oh, I think I saw that. It was a great thing.
Davey, you've been a very bad.
So, how painful was it sitting through Triple H versus Great Khali?
Dude, it actually was not that bad.
It was a fine
You've been a very-
It's to be fair, it's better sitting through it with other people.
Davey, you've been a
Is
very
that your
bad
TV
girl.
that's too loud? Viewers are gonna not like that.
Yeah, someone's TV is really loud.
Well, it might be mine because I'm sitting up super close.
I was gonna say it
just
can't be
walked my
Peyton's
dog
because
into
he's
my
muted,
bank.
and it can't be mine because it's muted.
My dog is inside the briefcase.
Better?
A little bit, yeah.
My dog is in the briefcase.
This show is also brought to you by Pork Sandwiches.
Good
Oh,
God.
get back. In
So you
there.
show up late and they're eating on camera. And Walter, why were you building the shelf? What type of shelf was it? Where was the shelf?
It is
Somebody turn their fucking TV down.
What?
All right. Oh, yeah, sorry.
It is a 5-shelf bookshelf. I'm building it to get my room uncluttered.
Well, good. You need it because your room.
Did you have instructions?
Yes, but it's like Walmart brand, so the quality is rather poor. But I mean, it's standing. It has shelves. It will hold video games and movies and pops.
Good.
There's nothing more I can ask for from that because that's all I need it for.
Why do you use a shelf to store your cups?
Look at
Pops.
Batista with the figure 4.
The skulls of my enemies on my bookshelf.
Did nobody see me put my dog in the
Peyton
microwave
keeps his creepy
briefcase?
dog.
All right. Get this trending unlimited universe hashtag free Peyton's dog.
He is.
Look at Cena. He's just hurting.
I swear that's the same way Cena sells every submission by just
Guys, and both of you and every viewer, please go to my personal Twitter, which is at mmeffy2, and retweet what I just tweeted, which is hashtag free Peyton's dog.
Okay,
Sure he
my
is.
followers are gonna think I'm on crack.
well,
Now she's just fucking staring
to
at
be
me.
fair,
Daisy.
most people probably already think you're on crack.
Well, I mean,
Daisy.
sure. When you know we're in Gary.
Excuse me, Walter, but you have no right to insult Brett Litke, who was
Yeah, I
here
like that.
before you.
I'm booking Tina Mullins. I mean, that's an erratic move.
I still think it that just nothing. Never mind.
Hashtag free Peyton's dog.
Shit, now she's just laying on my bed. Fucking bitch.
Okay, that guy in the front row has some wacky hair.
He does.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what? You're not
he
allowed
looks like
to insult
Doughboy.
anyone's hair.
Oh, the no selling. He just AA'd him out of the ring, and Batista's just back in there like no issue.
Cena is very muscly. It's weird seeing Batista without all the tattoos.
At least
I
Cena's actually selling the knee injury.
Love that.
Cena also is selling his wife's intended divorce.
Yellow piece of paper with a word on it. Look at that. Oh my god.
That is some terrible clip art. You can't see me.
Which is what Mullins
You can't
said.
see me, you jackass.
Yes, we can, Mullins. You're standing bare naked in my bedroom for some reason.
By God.
It's a big boot. He better follow it up with a leg drop.
He's gonna Hulk up,
Collie
brother.
Collie hit a leg drop, and
That doesn't work for me, brother.
if more than 2 people hit a leg drop in the same night, Hulk Hogan can sue.
I feel like
Who's
anybody who hits a
he
big
is
boot
loud.
should immediately follow it with a leg drop.
You just have to.
My TV's not even loud.
I didn't say anything.
Well, then who is it?
Oh, it's still catching my TV. I'm sorry, because I could tell from
Okay.
that better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Dude, I didn't say anything about your TV.
No, Peyton did.
I didn't even hear Peyton.
I can't hear Peyton.
Batista
Peyton, I
looks...
can't hear you at all.
Neither can I.
Maybe try unmuting yourself, Peyton.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Peyton, you're out of timeout.
Okay, good. Yes, the foot DDT, the most devastating move known to man.
I was wondering where Peyton went.
I like how he does the foot DDT and then immediately goes into the STF.
Solid storytelling.
Yeah, Batista looks really naked.
I like how he didn't have until the camera panned to that side, he didn't have a hold of Batista's face at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cena's STF is so bad.
Yeah, it's not great. Look, like Batista's head is just like.
What's funny is even though this match was great, the 2 submissions that they put on, like Cena's STF and then later with Batista's rear naked choke, they both looked so bad.
All right,
It's
David,
really hard to make a rear naked choke look bad.
Well, he looked like he didn't even have him locked in.
All right, Davey, come on, get back in your briefcase.
Like it looked like he wasn't even trying to make it look legit.
Why were they trying? I can't remember. Why were they trying to make Cena a submission wrestler? They really were forcing this.
This was all because he competed in one damn submission match. They played it
2 years before this.
Yeah, it was I think it was a triple threat match too.
Against someone else.
And they were like, "Oh, this guy has a submission. Oh, this guy has a submission. How's John Cena gonna win? He doesn't have a submission." And then boom, he just uses the STF, and then all of a sudden that's his finisher.
Anybody else remember that Falls Count Anywhere submission match between Daniel Bryan and The Miz and Morrison, who had no submissions?
By the way, Jake just quoted my tweet. Oh, by the way, you can follow Jake at JakeyDude18. and tweeted hashtag dogs lives matter.
No, they don't.
Wow.
They
Hashtag-
We at Unlimited do not condone the actions of Peyton Peoples.
I like the
Peyton
reversal.
Peoples has been suspended for 75 days.
I like the reversal from the attitude adjustment into the rear naked choke.
Oh God, that looks so horrible.
It looks so bad. Like the reversal was.
There's a full side of his neck that is
literally like doing the furthest camera angles they can.
Yeah, right.
like he has one side of his his neck locked into it. That makes the submission utterly ineffective.
You should try the fight. I am watching.
This really don't like this one bit.
Like, I think this is the one part, like both of the submissions, that's probably the one part of the match I don't like.
Like, Cena's got to be yelling at him right now. Like, tighten this up, asshole. Like, come on, man.
It's a battle of who can lock in their submission moves worse. I think Batista wins.
Wait, did you see that Mike Chioda is just pouring sweat?
Yeah, right? Must be hot in Indianapolis.
Ooh, that was a nice spear.
Dude, being in hot arenas for wrestling events is the freaking worst.
Yeah, try being on the floor where all the lights are on you. Like, we're literally looking at the stage, and we have all of the lights surrounding the arena on top of us.
Oh God.
The worst.
When did that happen?
This was the Raw before WrestleMania 33.
Oh, wow.
Man, Batista has a huge penis.
Oh, I love that counter.
That's why they call him Big Dick Dave.
That was awesome.
Big Dick Dave. Big Dick Dave. Should have started that chant when I was at Raw the other day.
Like, I don't think enough people respect how strong Cena is.
Yeah.
Like, the guy just lifted a 300-pound man like he was nothing.
Also, you know what's weird? Cena has always looked like he's 35.
He really has. And now he just looks like JBL.
He really does. Pretty soon he's going to come back doing a clothesline from hell.
He's just going to come out of JBL's limo.
Could you imagine?
I really wonder how long it's going to take Peyton to notice I muted him.
You fucking piece of shit.
How
bastard.
How much were you talking?
A lot. I did a Big Dick Dave chant. I said that Batista had a really big penis.
Yeah, that after the chant is where I muted you.
Uh-oh.
No, I gotta be honest. I'm actually enjoying this match a lot more.
This is why I rated it a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 4 and a 4 1/4.
I'm going to give this a 4 18 quarters.
See, like if it weren't for the shitty submission.
Uh-oh, here we go. Herniated disc in his neck.
And
he's still kicked out of it.
Batista is very sweaty.
And it was that powerbomb that did it, right?
Yep.
That basically broke his neck.
Yeah, and he was
then
back.
He came back 3 months later.
3 months, yeah, because this was August.
Batista 316 says, "I just broke your neck."
Awesome.
I wonder if he felt it right there, if he had enough adrenaline that he could work like a baby. No.
Broken neck. Let's just kick him in the face.
And let's just powerbomb him again.
Did any of y'all actually think that Batista was going to win when this happened?
No.
Oh, God. Like, that powerbomb looked worse.
Yeah.
I don't think that they knew that his neck was fucked up in that
moment.
moment.
No, of course not. But still.
Batista bombs.
Like you think, like looking back at the power bombs, like the one that actually broke his neck didn't look that bad. The one after that looked worse.
Yeah.
Good match. I give it 4.25. I give it.
I
give it a 4.
I want to give it 4.
What I like about
those
that one?
shitty submissions.
What I like about that one, it's quick.
All right, I'm gonna
They don't try and drag it out too much.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get all your action in
because they know they have to just lead into the next match, which is just a classic.
This was a 5-bagger for me. I really hated the rear naked choke, but it told a great story, and it's definitely a 5-bagger.
Does it maybe get a half a bag taken off because Cena broke his neck?
Yeah, I mean, so you take a half a bag away because it broke his neck, but then you think about all the great times that came after for John Cena, and then you're like, okay, well that's fine. So then you restore the half a bag, get back to a 5-bagger.
Okay,
it's a 5-bagger.
So, Brett, in all seriousness, being a movie guy like you are, what did you think of the fact that The Green Book won Best Picture?
Well, it's a controversial movie, but Viggo Mortensen is an excellent actor. It's a good film. It's an educational film. I'll say it's not a popcorn classic because you wouldn't want to watch it with popcorn. But I wouldn't say it's a popcorn classic, but I would say it is a popcorn movie in the sense that you'd want to eat a classier popcorn. You might want to put a cheese on your popcorn or something along those lines.
Brett.
Watch it with children, and I'll give it 5 bags.
Brett, 2 things. One, I need you to do a video explaining your 5-bag and popcorn system. And 2, I need you to do more movie reviews.
Well, certainly we can work those in.
And Brett, can we agree that once Pokemon Sword and Shield drop, let's say give it a few days after, we do a review podcast on it?
Oh, I'll review that Pokemon game, and I think I know what the rating might be for that one. We'll see. We will see.
Oh, the Indiana Pacers.
We're ready now. It's finally the time. It's main event time.
Taker versus Edge.
In hell.
Edge
I love it. I love it how they're Edge versus Taker.
I love Edge's picture in that.
I do too. I love it how it's Edge versus Taker, Hell in a Cell, and the poll that's up is will Edge and Vicky divorce? Not who will win the match, but will they divorce?
That's the story here.
I love the entrance that the cell gets.
I remember thinking that this cell looked fucking just different. I remember I was like, oh man.
Because, no, it wasn't the debut of the taller cell.
No, it wasn't.
I don't think I had watched the debut of the taller.
That was the handicap match. It was DX versus the McMahons and Big Show.
I don't think
and the storyline reason was because Big Show was too tall for the cell, so they had to raise it. Which I think is hilarious because the cell is way more than 7 feet tall, but I digress.
Is the cell, how big is the cell now?
20?
20. It was 16 before.
Dang, I can't believe he's jumped off it.
Yeah, where is Peyton?
Oh, he probably muted himself again.
Peyton.
That's such an awkward chant.
Peyton.
It's such an awkward chant.
Peyton. Okay, I'm out of breath.
Peyton.
Peyton, you're going to go one-on-one with the game.
God himself, baby.
Okay, in all seriousness, I think Peyton Peoples has died, so we here at Unlimited would like to send our condolences to the Peoples family.
Do we really though?
No, we would like to throw a party and a celebration.
So tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we will have another Unlimited podcast where we will be celebrating the death of Peyton Peoples.
Not celebrating the life. No. Celebrating his death.
I loved that Edge Foley segment. He's like,
And it was the end of Foley on commentary.
which, thank God.
Yeah.
I liked him as the commentator for One Night Stand. I did not like him as the commentator for SmackDown.
Because I think he said after his first night, he just lost the passion for it because Vince kept screaming at him.
I also did not like him as Raw GM.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that.
I thought he became too much of a mark, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
You're a mark. But that's okay because you're a fan and you're supposed to be. Matt Meffy has now died too, so I am taking over the reins as the owner of Unlimited.
This SummerSlam main event should have been Edge versus Festus.
Yes. Edge versus Festus in a Hell in a Cell pigpen match.
Oh my God.
Oh God, he's alive.
Unfortunately.
Wow. Dude, you're on Unlimited Live.
I know. That's why I said unfortunately.
I mean, you could always leave, you know.
But I love you too much, Meffy.
I love you too, Peyton.
And
I'm so glad Jake is watching.
The one thing I have an issue with, Edge goes away after this match, right?
Yes. Well, I think he had an injury at this time.
Okay.
He was back by the end.
But in storyline, like those interactions that they're showing now are the last ones he had with Vicky.
Jake is now angry. Jake is now angrily messaging me because I just said I love you, Peyton.
They weren't because Vicky was involved in that feud with Edge and Big Show and Cena.
Okay, but
wait. We might have an Unlimited breakup today.
Hold on.
But before, but he just he just returned and was back with Vicky with no explanation.
What are you gonna do? Anyway, as I was saying, Meffy, I love you. I love you too, Brett. And Walter, well, you're all right.
Well, Peyton said, or Jake said, if you're gonna cheat, at least have some standards.
You got a point there.
Meffy.
Hey, there are plenty of gay dudes waiting.
Will you marry me?
He said to have standards, Walter. What do you think I'm gonna say?
You're gonna say
yes. At how many guys I match with on Tinder? Like a ridiculous amount.
Meffy.
Hey, wait. Hey, Peyton.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about?
No. This is a family-friendly channel.
Shall we talk about your interaction with that person on Tinder?
Oh no! Oh, for the love of God, no!
Unlimited is rated PG. This is a family-friendly show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Unlimited Live, this edition of Unlimited Live is brought to you by Peyton swiping right.
When he should have swiped left.
Jake says he wants to hear it. Dude, you got to give the people what they want, man.
I got a dry hand job.
He got a dry hand job. And
do we also want to talk about where your $20 went missing to?
All right, well, that's not important.
Can we just have a separate podcast, The Life of Peyton Peoples, and all of the bad decisions he's made?
And tried to justify.
This
You know what should have happened in this match?
They should have murdered each other.
Undertaker
And-
should have given Edge a dry hand job.
Edge should have speared Undertaker off the Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
Well,
This match,
well, I was talking to both Brett and Peyton about this earlier. You know what the original plan was, right?
A tombstone on top of the cell.
Yep. And then Vince hit them with the old, "Oh, we're PG now."
I would just like to announce that Unlimited has made a very important partnership with a organization I'm very close to. It's the organization to bring awareness to dry hand jobs and the damage they cause. We are raising awareness of dry hand jobs. Do not give dry hand jobs. If you give dry hand jobs, you're a terrible person. And this is a very important issue I think people need to talk about.
I'm Peyton Peoples, and I approve this message.
I am. He looks weird without a fucking beard.
Remember when Edge came back and he looked so fat?
Remember when he came back from this and he had a giant caveman beard?
He did.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like a caveman, and he looked like 20 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy that he would retire within just 2.5 years.
I would like to use this platform today. Wait. I would like to use this platform today to formally announce that I am running for president in 2020.
You're not old enough, you jackass.
Are you kidding me? He's like 100. Yes, he is.
Gingers aren't allowed to run for president. They don't have souls, you fucking ginger.
Okay, that's racist.
That is.
How?
We don't accept the G word on this channel.
Gay?
You can call it. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Peyton,
I'm not going to use Steve Hofstadter's joke. So
Peyton, why are you so problematic?
I'm not problematic. You're all just snowflakes.
Edge, like when he sat in the corner there, he looked like such a fan. Like, oh my god, the Undertaker's coming out.
This is.
I would mark out so hard if I ever saw the Undertaker.
I've seen him 3 times. Take that.
I was at a Raw where they
That's 'cause you just
teased
broke
him.
into his house.
They teased him?
Yes, it was one of the Raws before Mania 32. And it was Shane's second appearance, and like they had already made the WrestleMania match official, and so Shane was in the ring cutting a promo, and then the gong hit, and then Vince.
I remember that.
No. Remember that when it was like 2014, it was like there were rumors that CM Punk and WWE had like come to an arrangement. Punk was going to return.
Yes,
then,
we know.
Punk's music hits, and then Paul Heyman comes out.
Yes, that was also in Chicago.
Oh, I was so fucking pissed.
I wasn't. I didn't think he was coming out.
I had my CM Punk shirt on. I was so fucking excited.
Punk's a quieter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mullins.
I mean, in fairness, he did leave first, and then they fired him.
Has Mullins
He
ever
had
been
justified
on Unlimited?
reasoning, though.
I understand that, but and I understand like firing him on his wedding day. I think that was calculated and actually kind of funny. But he did walk out on his contract.
Yeah, like
For
they
its own
fired me on my
separate
wedding day.
podcast.
No, but here's the thing: they fired me on my wedding day. Didn't you fucking quit?
No. We will save this for its own special podcast.
Oh god, a podcast
Date.
about the Punk podcast. 4 years too late.
You know what? I have
You're
an idea.
right. But
Since this November will be the 5-year anniversary of that podcast. On Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to do a video about it.
Okay.
Man, it's really been that long.
How about we debut a series that we've wanted to debut for about 2 years now?
Which is what?
The Great Debate.
Yeah, I've had plans to debut it, but I've always held off.
I have chicken pot pie.
I want to debate Walter on a number of things.
Well, the first thing that you and Walter are going to debate on is Barry Bonds.
Oh God, please no. Barry
Yeah.
Bonds.
Well,
Me and liberal Walter are gonna debate the death penalty.
Walter.
Barry Bonds is an asshole, and I don't have sympathy.
Okay, guys, this is a wrestling show. We're watching a wrestling show.
Wait, so has Mullins ever appeared on Unlimited?
No, and he never will. So don't.
But like we've referenced him quite a few times this podcast. No one is gonna know.
Yeah, Mullins is gonna be like he's gonna be like another Peyton, the faceless wonder. Except this time Mullins just doesn't appear on the channel at all.
Hey, I showed my face last time.
And you showed your dog today. And you showed the dog pooping.
Did his dog pooping actually appear on the channel?
No, he showed the aftermath where the poop was on his bed.
Well, so like I just noticed that she had just shit on my bed. Like I didn't see her shitting, and then I just look over like, what the fuck? My dog just shit on my bed.
You should have said
But
it with
then-
Mullins' voice.
So as punishment, I locked her in my money in the bank briefcase.
Peyton, you should have said it with a Mullins voice.
Why are you shitting on my bed, you fuck?
Jesus, those headbutts.
Because that's PG.
I was talking to Brett and Peyton about this earlier. Like, you couldn't do that tombstone spot on top of the cell, but you can choke slam him through the ring and then set him on fire. Because that's PG.
Murder is definitely PG.
Some people might not know this, but after Walter and I do our first great debate, the loser will actually be set on fire. So
We're gonna show
If I do not win that debate, I will set myself on fire.
Well, so we're gonna call the show Master Debaters.
Peyton.
Yes.
Peyton, I'm pretty sure you've used that joke before, and it wasn't funny the first time, so.
So you get what you deserve.
Which is your dog pooping on your bed. Oh,
Sure.
Hawkins and Ryder.
I'm more concerned with the fact that that's Bam Neely.
Bam Neely was on the pre-show. He lost to the Big Show.
Boy.
That because that sounds like such a
They did
phenomenal.
pre-shows back then?
It was the dark match.
Oh, I was going to say. How long do you think it'll take Peyton to realize he's muted this time?
it'll probably take a while.
Masturbating.
Wow.
Dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, never mind.
Okay, Undertaker, why are you just abusing the ropes like that?
Yeah, he's just hitting the ropes with the stairs.
Yeah.
You monster.
I really like this match.
So, because of Peyton, we can now officially confirm this is the last video in the history of Unlimited because YouTube is going to ban us.
That's the goal.
Really what it seems like at this point.
Okay, he did snake eyes onto the steps, and Edge just no-sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the biggest problem with this match. Is they did some awesome, crazy ass spots, but they no sold a lot of them, and like it was just kind of like the formula of this match was hit a crazy big spot, and then hit another crazy big spot, and then hit another crazy big spot.
Oh, God. Peyton, are you trying to say you hate this match?
No, I love it. It's just that's the only problem that this match has is that
He just speared him on the ground.
Yeah, like it's an awesome match, but like as
Into
awesome
the
as big spots
steps.
are, there's no like selling or psychology. of it.
Devon, get the tables.
It should have been a glass table.
Oh my god.
A glass Hell in a Cell match.
TNA did that, right?
The glass tables?
Yeah.
Yes.
A glass Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, by the way, Walter, do you remember the last rights match?
Wasn't that just a coffin match with theatrics?
Yes. Did you know that they did a second one in TNA?
What?
Last year it was a women's match, except it was just a regular casket match, but they called it a last rites match.
Oh, did it have what's her face? She's
Sue
like the
Young
yes,
and
she's
someone else.
Sue Young is awesome.
Huh.
From what I've heard.
But we did mention earlier on this show that thanks to our good friend Buckshot, Brian Collinari, I do have his Global Wrestling Network account info. So one of the next editions of Unlimited Live, maybe coming after WrestleMania, will be a TNA show. I just haven't decided which one yet.
Let's do Lockdown 2006 because it involves an electrified steel cage match.
I will be reviewing One Night in China, which is also a TNA show.
Yeah. You'll be live reacting to it.
Well, it's one sort of TNA show, just not that one.
I've already seen all the China pornos multiple times. Nothing is going to shock me.
Dude, none of us want to know that.
I watch them for the business. I respect her as a wrestler. I respect her in all forms of her career. Yeah, I think that they went like this is the I think that this was I think that they went PG-13 like the night after this because there are still like chair.
No, they went PG.
If they did not go PG-13.
They went PG the like month before this.
Yeah, but this is them still kind of shaking that last bits of it out.
No. They had to edit this match to fit what Vince wanted out of a PG product.
Yeah, but they're still battering each other in the head with chairs and shit.
Yeah, they were doing that till the next year.
Yeah, the banning chair shots didn't happen until the year after.
To be
fair,
chair
shots to the head.
So with the blood, the head wounds, head wounds are not a big deal. They just bleed a lot because
it's not a big deal. They just bleed a lot.
Well, because they're not if you cut your head open, it's very easy to just stitch it back up or whatever. But with the chair shots, they do lasting damage. So
and that's why they're banned.
Yeah, I'm actually for them banning the
head chair shot. They have not aged well. You go back, you watch Royal Rumble 1999. That fully rock.
It's uncomfortable.
It is. It's legitimately uncomfortable to watch
because all the damage that's being done and to Foley, not just short-term damage, but damage felt to this day.
Yeah, I don't think Foley is gonna I feel like he's gonna I feel like that is gonna take a toll, unfortunately, in the next 10 years or so.
I mean, luckily he hasn't shown too many signs of it, but I think that's because he keeps his mind active.
It's like Walter says every time we watch a match and Chris Benoit does a headbutt or take the chair shot. There goes Nancy.
Seeing a ladder inside Hell in a Cell kind of brings me back to Brett's Q&A question of, is a ladder match inside the Elimination Chamber too much?
No.
I think it could be sweet because you'd have this anticipation of there's the last guy, and it's on one hand, that's a crazy advantage. On the other hand, that match could be over before you even get out there.
They should make it very TNA-esque, and once you eliminated 4 people, the final 2 becomes a ladder match.
Yeah. I mean, I'd actually kind of be down for that. That seemed like a cool idea.
I'd be down for a ladder match inside Hell in a Cell.
I think you could do some cool spots where you'd
I think a ladder match inside Hell in a Cell could work better than the Chamber.
Ladders would be cool.
How about a ladder match in Hell in a Cell, but instead of the belt being hung inside the cell, it's hung above the cell?
A ladder match. That was a weird table spot.
That broke really weird.
How about a ladder match inside of a steel cage inside of a Hell in a Cell?
A ladder match on top of that.
So a ladder match inside of Kennel from Hell?
Yes.
Ladder match inside.
Oh, wait. Dogs included.
Oh, of course.
Are Are they just humping each other and shitting the whole time?
Yes.
They're all Peyton's dog.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
couple birds of prey.
No, go back and watch that
The
match.
dogs and may attack the rest.
Go back and watch that match. They are like humping each other, I
Yeah,
think.
like they're supposed to be attacking the wrestlers, which is why that they added the dogs in the first place. Instead, they were attacking each other, pooping and humping each other.
What I love about that segment without
commentary
so, like-
for that match where Mick Foley and I can't remember who else, they do the alternative commentary. It's
Oh man, that has to be hilarious because Mick Foley, like
Oh, concerto, no.
more like a conchair. No,
die.
no. Okay.
Live
Oh,
on Unlimited,
no.
the murder of Walter Maines.
Mains, Walter Mains, as in multiple.
Yeah, we're cloning you so we can kill.
Can
more
we
of you.
not clone him? One is bad enough.
No, we're immediately gonna kill the clones
And what's the point of cloning him?
so we can kill him.
Just kill the original.
But I want to kill more than one. I want to do it in more ways. Like, I want to drown one. I want to set one on fire.
mute this man.
All right. This is going to be a tradition for all Unlimited videos. Started last night in our SmackDown and Raw recap. Peyton, stop it. Get some
I wasn't
help.
even on the recap last night.
He should get some help in learning how to unmute himself.
I'm not muted, you piece of shit.
Kind of neat. You guys might be losing your president shortly. We might be
I hope
losing our
so.
prime minister shortly. That's pretty exciting.
That was so random.
We're gonna be losing our WWE
It was worth mentioning.
Hall of Famer.
When is Trudeau's term up?
It might be up real quick because it looks like he was trying to interfere with the law, so he might actually even get charged.
Yeah, I heard he's
It's
not
like
that
legitimate,
popular.
like serious allegations
Like,
being thrown against him right
I
So
have
he's
lived-
worse than Trump? Got it.
now. Well, no, because I wouldn't. Well, fraud's fraud, and this dude.
Are they gonna build a wall and make the US pay for it?
Yes,
So like,
actually,
I have
just Walter's going to pay
Hold on.
for it.
Or are they going to build a wall and make the North Pole pay for it?
Or are they gonna build a wall and make Mexico pay for it? Because that would be hilarious.
We're building a wall.
no. So like, I have.
Or are they going to build a wall and make Russia pay for it?
They're gonna
I have a
do.
friend that lives
God.
in Canada.
Oh
and
my God! Look at his arm.
I have like a friend who lives.
Such
in
a missed
Canada, and,
opportunity.
Okay.
Like they bust through the cell and then they don't even go up.
Apparently, they were like instructed not to.
I mean, they still could have went up and just
And like, they
teased
just
something.
immediately get up.
Like, okay, maybe they didn't have to do a tombstone on top. Maybe he could have just like given him a last ride off the cell.
But, like, here's the thing.
No.
Went through the fucking cell with
But they could have
Undertaker
did something like how Ambrose and Rollins did it. Like they were halfway up the cell and then they both fell. Like I think that would have been more acceptable. And like you have 3 announce tables, so you had announce tables to work with.
Or maybe like Taker could have just tombstone JR on the announce table.
Why?
That would be a good story.
Okay, no. Can he can tombstone Matt Stryker, Todd Grisham, and Taz. They can keep everyone else.
What about Waller and Cole?
Okay, he can you know what? He can tombstone everyone except JR. Even
JR's just left there confused in a rubble.
even Lillian Garcia gets
Look,
tombstone.
here's
Oh
the
my
thing.
God.
Here's the thing about this match, though. They
Hey
did
Peyton, you're still muted.
You are muted.
It's not saying I am.
You are muted.
That dude just snapping a pic with his Motorola Crazer.
It's not giving me the mute
Oh, yes.
notification.
Flip phones.
Good times.
Classic.
5 freaking bags.
I had a flip phone up until 2010.
I didn't get my first iPhone until 2013.
Hello.
I have never had an iPhone. I have always been, when it comes to smartphones,
Peyton, speak.
Hello.
the Android.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back.
Okay.
Goodbye. Eject. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So yeah, what I was saying though is like I don't feel like this match really needed that. Like they did enough crazy shit in this match to where they didn't need like a spot on the top of the cell. Like that. Like look, he got speared through the cell and speared through the table. And
I
he's sitting
think
up.
that all of the commentators should have just randomly climbed to the top of the cell.
And jump.
Like these two are no selling every fucking thing.
Could you imagine JR jumping off the cell? My God!
This might be the worst no selling I've ever seen in a match. Like holy shit!
Or like Michael Cole jumps off and says something stupid like, "It's past time!
my!
It's past time! Shh.
No, he would just shout, "Oh my!"
Oh my!" Oh no!
No, JR jumps off. Barbecue sauce.
Why? Just why?
Lawler jumps off screaming puppies.
We here at Unlimited do not condone the actions of JR and Jerry the King Lawler.
We definitely don't condone the action of Jerry Lawler.
Taz jumps off saying something. I'm from Brooklyn.
Well, this ain't exactly Queensberry rules, but we're not in Queensberry, wherever that is.
Wasn't that a line he did constantly in one of the games?
Yes, like the original SmackDown versus Raw game, or one of them. Like that was the line.
Queensberry rules, but we're not in Queensberry.
Like he could literally just, like Edge could punch the Undertaker and he'd say that.
The commentary in those games is so bad.
The commentary in the games has gotten better, but I don't like the commentary during the entrances.
It's bearable now, though.
I don't like the commentary during the entrances.
See, like this match.
Hey, storytelling.
I like this match
because remember how the feud started?
Yep.
With a camera.
But like the thing is, like this match is a no selling kind of turns me off because like this might be the most no selling ever in a match.
Back-to-back years of Edge returning at Survivor Series after an injury.
Huh.
Yeah.
God, look at that bruise.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that wasn't actually a bruise and that was like something's wrong with like his kidney or something?
Wait, no. Did he return at Survivor Series 2008?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
That's where he won the WWE title, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Because he lost it the next month, then won it the month after, then lost it the month after, then lost the world title the month after, then won it back the month after.
Yeah. He was an 11-time world champ in 5 years. Like
he was an 11-time world champ in 5 years, and 5 or 6 of his title reigns were in the span of 6 months.
Yeah.
Huh.
And do you remember the match he returned to interrupt at Survivor Series that year?
Triple H versus Vladimir Kozlov.
Yeah.
That spot was supposed to go to Jeff Hardy, but he was attacked.
In the stairwell.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody thought that attacker was Edge.
Ooh, that was a cool DDT, though.
So, do you guys remember who it was originally supposed to be?
Christian.
Yup.
Wait, what are we talking about?
It was originally supposed to be Christian?
Yeah. But
yeah, the guy who...
everything I've heard, it leaked. And then Vince was like, oh, it leaked, so we got to change it. Do Matt versus Jeff now. how great! I think that would have been awesome to have, because the spot at the Rumble with him costing Hardy was going to be
Who's going to be Christian?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like, imagine the pop for his return, and then he just turns heel.
And a spear.
Spear,
Freaking
spear,
God.
God, the no selling.
What, 3 spears in this match?
Yeah, like,
Wow.
That's 4.
yeah, like this would be a much greater match if they would just have fucking sold better. Like they would hit these crazy ass spots and then get up like 5 seconds later.
Okay,
Like,
we've seen match.
I wouldn't call a spear a crazy ass spot.
Also,
a
we've
spear
seen
through an
plenty.
a spear through the cell and they get up like literally right after that. Then the spear through the announce table and they get up right after that.
Also, Peyton, we've seen worse matches with worse no selling.
Yeah, but the no selling really hurts this match for me.
So you don't give it.
It's still awesome.
So you don't give
It
it 5
is.
bags. Got it.
Oh God! Oh
Nah,
no! Oh, he should have done the last ride to him on the ladder.
This is like 3 3/4 for me, maybe 4.
We still have 10 minutes left in this match.
God.
Well, I've seen it before. I remember.
Or not 10 minutes, probably like 5.
Yeah, like I know what happened.
Also, I think I have something for us to watch for another watch along.
Oh, you piece of shit! You've already chosen enough.
Because I have access to the Progress Wrestling on Demand service. So we could all watch one of those.
Oh my land.
I mean, I'd like to mix it up. So maybe down the road we do a Progress show. Maybe we can do a New Japan show.
I mean, those New Japan shows would be a chore because they're usually like
6 hours.
6 hours. Or maybe we can do one like an older one, like pre-English commentary.
Well, I'd like to make every Big 4 pay-per-view week a big week, and I missed the opportunity to do that at the Rumble.
You did.
So I think
I'm going to possibly be at Survivor Series.
So I'm gonna be during SummerSlam week and Survivor Series week. I'm gonna be doing 3 watch-alongs like I'm doing for WrestleMania.
And have we locked it in which 3 we're doing for WrestleMania?
We have locked it in, and we actually announced it in the beginning of the show, but you wouldn't have known that because you weren't here.
9, 17, and 26.
We'll never be here.
Yep, we're doing 3 episodes of Unlimited Live during WrestleMania week. We're like we said earlier, we're highlighting the good, the bad, and the ugly.
If we
Go ahead.
One of them I would guarantee not to be able to make, because that week I am off. Would be off Tuesday and Wednesday, so we could do one each night. But I'd have to miss one of them.
You heard it here, folks. Walter Main is abandoning the channel again.
Yes.
Walter, god damn it.
Walter, you fucking piece of shit.
So I would gladly not watch WrestleMania 26.
The ending of the match.
Oh my!
Yeah, I'm gonna skip WrestleMania 9. I'll do the other 2.
You're telling me you're not going to endure WrestleMania 9 with us?
I'm not even gonna entertain that.
Dude, you're a horrible friend if you're not
I
there.
was going to say, you endured Great American Bash 2000 with us, and that was probably worse.
But WrestleMania 9 is just boring. Like Great American Bash and
No, there's nostalgia to it. It's actually not a bad show. Bobby Heenan's commentary. I mean, it's not like
Bobby Heenan wearing a toga.
Not good.
It's not good, but there's entertaining moments, so it's like worth watching.
I'm just.
Oh, Taker with a spear.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I don't.
Yeah, I remember it.
Remember in Michael's Taker where Taker whipped out the freaking elbow drop?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Taker
that's why it's my favorite
Taker
match
should have
of all
whipped
time.
out a super kick.
Taker should have whipped out, instead of the tombstone, he should have just did the Canadian Destroyer.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. How much would you mark out if Undertaker did a Canadian Destroyer?
I would run around my house. Like, that's how bad.
53. I don't think he's going to be able to.
No, I mean like back in his prime days.
Oh, yeah, that would have been.
Could
really
you
cool.
imagine? Uh-oh. I love the storytelling element at the end, though.
A Tombstone Destroyer.
Like, he hit him with his own finisher, then hit him with the camera that started the feud, and then hit him with Edge's own signature concerto.
This is the definition of a 2K match.
That is awesome, but that's awesome
Really,
storytelling.
Okay, man.
Yeah, it is.
Look at the cut on his shoulder.
And now he's going to end it with one last tombstone.
Well,
That was some phenomenal storytelling at the end.
Well, I'm going to give it 3 3/4.
I'm giving it a 4.5.
I'm giving it 3 3/4.
I'm giving it a 4 3/4.
Meltzer probably gave this like a 2.
I looked up what Meltzer gave this. Oh yeah, I can't because my phone's charging.
There was a lot of excitement in this match. They were getting up quickly, but it was fine because they wanted to see some more excitement.
Brett Meltzer.
And overall, I think this is definitely a 5-bagger. This is another 2008 5-bagger.
So, what's your match? Go on, Davey.
Remember when the La Familia broke up with Edge, and then when Edge came back, they were just randomly back together?
Yeah.
I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, there are definitely other Hell in a Cell matches I prefer over this one. It's got a lot of cool spots. It's still a really entertaining match, but it just felt like they were doing a big spot, and then they just immediately went over to do the next big spot, and then I think their match was. So yeah, it's like 3 3/4 for me, just because like the bumps they did take were big.
Taker was always I shouldn't say always so good at it, but towards the end of his career, like, he really sold the injuries during the match, especially at the end of the match.
Yeah.
He should have. You know what Taker should have done after he does the whole post-match thing? He should have dived down into the fire with Edge and come back with his hair on fire.
Oh, I already turned the show off.
Okay, TNA. Like, that is something TNA would have done. The man's on fire.
No, but like that match really just felt like a 2K match. Like just a bunch of crazy OMG moments, a bunch of kickouts, like a bunch of just like doing a crazy like move and then getting up immediately after.
Yeah, but it was very entertaining, so you got to get it.
Like I said, entertaining match, 3 3/4. Other matches I prefer more.
I think I know what Undertaker's doing at WrestleMania.
I hope nothing. I sincerely hope he just does nothing.
Why was the ref about to climb the ladder?
He's gonna face Abyss.
You know what I always notice? What I noticed in the match, the TLC match between Edge and Cena, when he does the attitude adjustment, I find it kind of funny that the referees hold the ladder for Cena to help him out.
I love how Edge is just unconscious or trying to be unconscious on the ladder, but he's clearly moving.
We didn't start the fire. It was
always burning.
Jesus.
The world's been turning.
Poor Scott Armstrong. What did he do?
Did Taker just like punch Scott
He
Armstrong?
literally just punched him in the face.
Yeah, Taker's whole gimmick was he was just a dick to everyone. He just
Well, no, it was so the ref could just,
No, like if you think back to it, Undertaker's always been a douche to referees.
Yeah, he's always
Well,
just
remember when I don't. First of all, I don't get the effects used here.
Yeah, what the hell was this?
Like, I liked the spot, but why did it need the effects?
This is weird. I don't even really remember this.
I do. I never this part I didn't like. Now the spot itself, like I said, was good, but I don't know why it needed the screen effects.
Or so overall, I'm gonna give this show a good 7 out of 10. Entertaining. For me, the only like really great match was Cena versus Batista, and I think everything else ranged from solid to really good.
What was the worst match on the show?
I'm not gonna count Henry versus
Hardy as a match.
Yeah, well, because like that was like 10 seconds. I'm gonna go with a mixed tag.
No,
I just didn't care for that.
I have to give it to Mark Henry and Matt Hardy. Like,
well, so I'm not
okay.
Like
just because it was 30 seconds doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's just like like it's not. It wasn't like an actual. It was more of a brawl than anything. Like it's hard for me to.
Also, it was more about getting Jeff Hardy over than it was about Matt Hardy as the challenger.
I don't count it because it's just too easy.
How was it about getting Jeff Hardy over?
Because Jeff Hardy came out.
Oh.
For literally no reason at all.
He came out good. He's one of you.
It's kind of his brother.
And that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I give it a good 7 out of 10.
I will give, in the little bit of the show that I was able to watch, I will give it an 83 out of 10.
Oh, you son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. You missed such great...
Yeah, Walter, you don't get an opinion here.
You bastard.
You don't get an opinion because
what do you give yourself? An 8 out of 10?
Hey, by the way, I have one thing to do.
What?
Are you guys ready?
What?
Yes.
Peyton is now gone.
Oh, look at that.
Can he stay gone forever?
Yes. These are the 3 2.5 awesome dudes on this channel.
We are the 3 pillars of Unlimited.
I give that show, that's a 5-bagger. That was a fun time.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid show. Like, you had some solid undercard and midcard stuff. I mean, Triple H was even able to get a passable match out of the Great Khali. It's not really saying much. But the 2 featured matches, Cena Batista really delivered. The Hell in a Cell match really delivered. It's a solid show.
Neither of which were for a title.
Yeah. This has been another edition of Unlimited Live. We will be back in a couple of weeks with Backlash 2004. And Brett Lipke will obviously be joining us because, he
was there.
He was there.
I will give you my recollections from the event and the impressions it left on me as a child. I was 10 years old. I'll never forget it.
And still have vivid memories?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get to that in the Mick Foley round.
Have you watched that show back since?
No, I've always had it in my, so it'll be the first time I rewatch it, including the Mick Foley Randy Orton match. I've always had that in my head, so this will be like a really cool moment. So it'll be fun.
Until then, I'm Matt from Unlimited. See you guys later.